In paradise, I kinda like it. I'm paralyzed, why can't I see your face? Feel the same way, why don't you say my name? Yeah, 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 yeah. In paradise, I kinda like it. I'm paralyzed, why can't I see your face? Feel the same way, why don't you come my way? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think I might get bored. It's like we met before. I always get ignored. I don't exist. I'm sick. It's alright, I'm fine. I'm just passing the time. I need you in my life. When I'm with you, I can't move. It feels like I'm losing my mind. Yeah, I kinda like it.
In paradise, I kinda like it. I'm paralyzed, why can't I see your face? Feel the same way, why don't you say my name? Yeah, 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 yeah. In paradise, I kinda like it. I'm paralyzed, why can't I see your face? Feel the same way, why don't you come my way? Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know how to feel when you wake me up at night. And it's only you and I. Yeah, it's only you and I. I'm lost and I'm found, yeah. I feel like October. I just need some peace of mind. I don't need to be sober for us to be lovers. I don't wanna love anybody like that. I just wanna feel your body like that and say the things that gon' feel like, yeah. In paradise, I kinda like it. I'm paralyzed, why can't I see your face? Feel the same way, why don't you say my name? Yeah, 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 yeah. In paradise, I kinda like it. I'm paralyzed, why can't I see your face? Feel the same way, why don't you come my way? Bear with me, don't gotta worry for the both of us. Put you in the driver's seat, don't gotta hurry and I need love.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day, boys. Welcome, welcome. More 5V5 1v1s on the day. Is this side not gonna want to stay up? because I got it like going for a bit. Right hand side wants to stay, left hand doesn't really. But how you boys all doing? Welcome back. That's the best I can do, dude. That's the best I could be. Being put sort of well together. Yo, big changes on Diablo. I know no one cares. I literally don't care about WoW had posted in Diablo news, but it's awesome. It looks like a bunch of class buffs. Maybe that's them listening to the community, but it's good. I mean, I just saw like a bunch of posts. Everything got buffed. I kind of want to play some Diablo tonight. Also, more PvP class changes to August 1st. What is that, Monday? If not a Tuesday? That's a, oh, it is a Tuesday. Okay, weird then. Okay, wow. All right, wait, actually, it's not weird. I guess I got my days confused. I thought Tuesday was a second or something. I don't even know. But they're buffing Frost Death Knight left and right. Obliterate damage buffed by 20%. Obliterate increased by 75 when not active in PvP with killing machine when active machine is not active. So that's going to be kind of a nice change. Frost Strike is buffed up. They really need more survivability boosts, but like, I don't know, they really got to think about it, man. They really got to give it a double look-see. I don't know how they're going to buff Frost without buffing Unholy as well, but how you boys all doing? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good one. Class buffs this week. Class buffs looks like Tuesday, and a bunch of new stuff with PTR. Pretty excited. Kind of still hoping out for that Rogue rework at some point in the future. But let me get some music back up and running. We'll get the groups up and running as well. They should be up, if the AD are up, with my man Kragar or Jesus, they will be up over in the LFG section, so you guys should be able to join in right now if you want to look for them groups and join up for 5V5 1v1 Duels. How y'all doing? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good one. What's up, Bragg? My man. We got this is Ida. We got this is Mikolai, Jake, Shane. How you boys all doing? Diego, Ida, my man, Cinna. How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So the groups should be listed over in the LFG. I'm gonna start trying to see if I can list one if one is not up, but look out for my man Kragar, look out for my man Jesus. They usually would have someone listed. Otherwise, oh, I gotta disable that. I've been messing around with more add-ons. I got big debuffs. I was thinking that would be kind of helpful for a little bit extra information gains. It is actually kind of useful. I do need to mess around with it some more though. Otherwise, it does add a little bit of clutter that I'm not used to, but maybe it's one of those things I just play around with it some more and I'll get into it. 5V5 not caps 5V5 1v1 Duels is listed. If you guys want to join, more than welcome to. Boys, Outlaw Rogues have good survivability. Just roll Volpera and you'll have a secondary heal. Honestly, I mean, I guess Volpera would work. I was thinking also Mechanome, because they do have like a cheat death mechanic. It's like when they drop super low on health to start getting like a heal over time. Or is that like a one-time heal? Either way, it is nice for survivability. But yeah, Volpera technically do have a heal. If you throw that vial on yourself, I guess, yes, in a way. It's just a weird one though. I really wish that vial was a little bit stronger. You know what? Speaking about vials, back in Legion they said they were going to give us a playstyle where we'll be able to run around and pickpocket different ingredients out of enemies that would be fighting demons, maybe, right? You'll be able to maybe get some demon dust, infuse it into that vial, shake it together, sip it. Now you got some firepower, like maybe your abilities do a little bit extra fell damage every time you sip a cup. They never went up and did it. They never did it. I really wish they would. That would have been awesome. Imagine a talent like that. That's your capstone, right? You'll pickpocket different ingredients from enemies, and then you infuse your vial, and every time you press vial every 30 seconds, your sippy cup, you get some kind of like a damage buff for survivability buff. How cool would I have been? Infused vial. That could have been an awesome, I don't even know if good would be the word for it, but thematically fun build for sure. Also, they added a bunch of books to a vendor over in Booty Bay, but they never did anything with it. Apparently there was supposed to be books that you would use for a Legion questline to do like a history quest for your class. They never did anything with it. I still think they could do that, right? Imagine unlocking a file rogue build or something like that. How cool would that have been? Alrighty, boys, let's see if we can get ourselves a couple more bodies in here. Grifka joins the group. We got ourselves Jayhawk as well. So, yo, Kira, what's up, my guy? I hope you're having a good one. Groups are listed in LFG. If you guys want to join, more than welcome to. Let me go and, where's my copy paste thing? How to join? There we go. Here's how you join if you guys want to. Not playing BM, am I dreaming? No. Hold on a second. This thing, I wouldn't even call it Beastmaster Hunter. It's just a Spectator Hunter, man. I got my nice attire. I got myself a belt. I got no weapons, Shadowlands gear. This thing is not an actual hunter. You should know this. Not a real hunter. Ready, Magis was joining? Let's go. Let's duel, right? Unless I got my names wrong. Also, can I get anything else from the train post this week before the month is reset in just a handful of days? Is that a thing I can do? So I got like 1,000 extra coins. Can I buy anything? I got 2,500. I guess I could buy like, I can't even use that mod, can I? I don't think I can even use any of these things. Maybe like a shirt? I could use that. Because I don't think I could use any of these things unless I like transmog for them specifically. I guess you could get the staff, right? That or the scorpion. Or Tyrael's charger and just ride that. Honestly, I'll do Tyrael's charger. I'm just gonna ride that around. There we go. Huge. Huge. We got ourselves a couple more spots. Forkbeard, what's up, my guy? If you have a good one. Maggi's supposed to join in. I invited him, but it doesn't look like it worked. Says you're in the group. Wait. You got a 5-man? Or trying to join group? Let me see Maggi's. I want to see what he says. He says ready. I don't know if he's got a 5-man or not. Because maybe he's already in a 5-man ready to go. For all I know. You know what I mean? I have no idea. I have no clue. Alright, let's go and pop this over here. That is a good looking man. Wait, Magic's got 5? Okay, awesome. Okay, awesome. Need +2 and we good here. Alrighty boys, we need 2 more. Apparently Magic's got a 5-man already. We just need 2 more and we'll be good to go. Let me get the fan up and running because we can get these groups going insta, dude. Okay, go. I need 2 more. Where are the homies? I need some prepared, ready to set off into the pits of hell killers in these groups. Who do I invite, man? Amori? Alex, does he want to join in? Anto? Who do I also invite, man? Does Krager want to join in? Is he even online? Krager? Kargath? But then the Kragar. What the hell? Wait, is Kreiser on? Hold on a second. Is Kreiser on? Kreiser? Is he sleeping? What the hell? Are you sleeping? You don't... Okay. I guess it was that. Hey, Alex. Hosting some 5V5 1v1 duels. If you wanted to join. Smiley face. Amori. Hosting some 5V5 1v1 duels in case wanted to join. Smiley face. Do I even need to add smiley face? Hey, enter. Hosting some duels if you wanna join. Damn, EU chat is annoying. EU chat is not annoying, man. EU chat is beautiful. Honestly, people like Ido are beautiful, man. Walk is awesome. The fell staff. Fell staff is good. I like the fell staff. It just, I don't even have a weapon on this thing, do I? I guess I technically do, but it's just like, it's just not a real character, you know? Anto sounds good. I want to come in 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, so we got Anto for 2 minutes. I don't know if we'll be able to get him that quickly. Like maybe we can get somebody before him. Where is the... Hold on a second. Kedem? Oh, Kedem. I haven't seen Kedem in a while. Hey, Kedem. Kedem. We hosting some 5V5 1v1 duels in case you wanted to join a few. Kedem, I haven't seen that name in a long while, man. What else? Chill Obliv, does he want to join by chance? Does Obliv want to join in? Hey, Obliv. Wait, that's not Obliv. Okay, hold on. Now it's maybe Obliv? Hey, Obliv. Hosting some 5V5 1v1 duels if you want to join. Smiley face. Oh, I see my man's online right now. Are we going to be seeing Chilpus this week, by the way? That'd be awesome. That'll be wonderful. Anto, he's in, so we need +1 after Anto. We'll be good to go. It is EU. Yes, it is EU, boys. Hold on, let me pin it in the chat. Can I edit messages? Idle? I can do it in the chat. Yeah, you're more than welcome to, man. I'm down. Hell yeah. You're more than welcome to join up. Kedem? Hosting, oh, you already started? I wanted to come today. Okay. Yeah, we're doing a bunch of them tonight. Just filled last second as you responded, but we rotate new people always, so I can hit you up when there is a spot. So Kenem does want to join. Let's go. Okay, so somebody's gonna be lead here, man. Jayhawk, Forkbeard, Anto, Ido. Jayhawk, do I not have you added on Real ID, bro? Jayhawk, you're a regular here, man. Can I just add you on Real ID? Like, do you know how to do these? Hold on, let me just see if I can just add you, man. Add a Jayhawk Wizard on Drenner to Real ID. Okay, Kenem, I'll let Kenem know whenever the group is available. Because Kenem's down to join. He actually hopped on said, yo, I actually do want to join up. Jayhawk, I tried to add you. I don't know if I'll be able to get you, but like you're regular here. So making you lead for these groups would just be so much easier. All you have to do is just keep the group together and I queue you up. And that's it. You don't have to do anything special. Like if you ever need like, hey, we're missing a guy. Let me join in, take over, do all that stuff. But yeah, otherwise it works out. Do I have you added already? I thought I did. Is that you right here? Ido? Okay, so Ido added me, so we could have Ido lead, I guess. But I'm trying to see if we can get Jayhawk just because he's such a regular here. Also, Fang, is that what I saw? Yo, Fang, dude, Big Mo, we gotta get him back in tomorrow. What the hell? Is he playing Fury right now or Arms? Because both of those specs got buffed up recently. And then Fury's getting even more buffs. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be so good. Let's see, let me make this a little bit louder. I actually like this song a lot. Alright, we'll just do this. We'll just make Ido lead. I'll just make Ido lead just to make it quick. Idoka? That'll work for me. Alrighty. With the list, we'll make Ido lead. Where are you, Ido? There we go. Alright, cool. We are good to go, I think. Okay, Mad Juice, how the hell do I spell your name? Chat. Can you type your real ID name in the chat, in the YouTube chat? I can't copy that over easily. Hold on. Duel, right? It's all gonna be in Russian. I don't have Cyrillic keyboard or anything on here, so it's not easy. I need to just, could somebody type in the name Mad Juice, like how he has it spelled, MADJUS, so I can just copy that over. Because I can do Ido, but I can't do Mad Juice unless I like do some Russian keyboard kind of online stuff. Can I do that? Will this work? Mad Juice. Mad Juice. Will that work? Hold on, chat. I'm just gonna type it here just so I can have it. I'll just type it in chat. That's nothing for you guys. It's just like for me, okay? I'm using my own chat as a notepad. Iroka and Majus 5 the grand. Are we good? Are we golden? Are we good? I think I got it. I think I got it. Thanks, friend. I think I did get it, though. It worked. Hell yeah. All right. Sometimes that sub does not seem to work well or not. First time, let's go catch it up in the live stream and come towards the end. What's up, Bornabot? How you doing, my man? Hope you have a good one. Yeah, you're just joining as we're getting started, man. So I hope you enjoy the 5v5 duels dual stream. What am I on about? I'm looking for my mix. That's a good one to start off with. Honestly, actually, solid song. Actually, pretty good. Привет, здорово, Дуэль. Здорово, я надеюсь, твой имя нормально написал. Ну, если нас в игру сбросилось, тогда, думаю, хорошо написал. Он нормально. Spelling? How do you say spelling? И нормально это твое имя spell. Какое-то русское будет слово для spell. Spelling. Whatever. Hopefully you know at least a little bit of English because that makes sense. Otherwise it makes no sense at all. Alrighty. Switch. Wait, Grifka was in our group but then you swapped? Oh no. Crazy Shaman over first up, I think, on the team 2. Gonna be rushing out as an Element Shaman who's ready to go. But it looks like team 1 ain't ready. Is it gonna be Anto leading the charge? Forkbeard in the back. We got ourselves Ido as a hunter. We got ourselves Jayhawk looking a little bit more bold. Honestly, we got ourselves Kira also as well. Anto gonna be first up, which is crazy. Trying to see if we can back out of there. Big Ascendance immediately cracking through the Shield of Evidence instantly. It's gonna be knocking the Paladin back with back-to-back zaps. trying to see if he can shock his systems into Frost Shocks, Lava Bursts, as well as Earth Shocks, just hitting him with every single element, picking up the entire elemental table right now. Going to be a full stun onto Crazy. Does go for the trinket, as well as a dark. No, I was gonna say dark iron racial, but no, actually just a wall. So Anta is actually under a ton of pressure. Bubble has been used. I don't know if he's running Blessing of Protection or Spell Warden. If he's running Spell Warden, he may have a chance. If it's Blessing of Protection, then he might be limited. Layer Hands may need to be his next forbearance ability to cast in this duel, unless he can somehow stabilize. And Crazy Shaman does not want to give you any opportunity to stabilize whatsoever. Just chase it after you with the root totem around the corner. Got himself a bit of a setup. Lava Burst sent in. Anytime he's going to ascend on you randomly. Wait, it is Spell Warden. Does give Anta an opportunity here. Trying to see if he can crack right through the defenses of Shaman. Now he's got him stunned up and in a pretty good spot. Shaman does need to go for better recovery. Trying to see if he can maybe walk away from a pillar. Going to be a trinket out of Anta onto Lalassa with a Hex to follow. It's Crazy finally trying to find himself a bit of a breather. Looks like it is going to be the Paladin turning this around onto the Shaman, but Andrew is not out of the woods just yet. That was his Spell Warden. Blind to follow. He did have his Spore Cloak activate too, so he doesn't really have a lot of defenses to get him out of an emergency situation. So he's looking at an opportunity where he may just go for Lay on Hands. Big Lay on Hands before a big setup out of Crazy. Does go for the root from a distance, and the Paladin does not really need melee to be able to hit you from literally a mile away. So Anto has now burnt through everything. At this point, if he can set up the next big combo with Crusade, as well as the final wreck, he may be in a good spot, but right now Crazy Shaman should also have some cooldowns going back too. There's a bit of a desync between the two. The cooldowns are desynced a little, so if the desync comes out into Andrew's favor, then he could definitely make it out on top from this one. Lightning Lasted to follow. Does have full wings available. Crazy better be very, very careful. Can he maybe ground the next stun? I don't think he can. He's going to go for Hex really early on onto Antu just to control the Crusade as best as possible. Ice Sphere to 4 could be potentially stunned. Big stun. Shield of Venus knocked back onto Antu, trying to see if he can reconnect. As long as he stays in the melee of Crazy Shaman with a Shield of Venus, he always has a way to get himself some kind of backsplash damage onto the Shamansman. Into a Crusade rings. That's going to be Hand of Freedom as he tried to break himself out of the route to follow. Crazy trying to see if he can stay on him as best as possible. Needs the Earth Shocks, Frost Shock combos while he's got himself that Ice Fury. Big knock putting him out in the open. Frost Shocks keeping him in place. Lava Burst not getting the procs he needs. Frost Shocks board to follow. Got more bursts right after into a stun. Trinket Lasso just to get the kill. That was a little bit greedy. Forcing Anto out of this arena. He knew it was done. He knew it was over. But that Trinket for Lasso was greedy as hell. With Jayhawk, I think, no, it's going to be Forbeard up next. From one melee to the next, we've seen a lot of Shamans compete in the 5v5 1v1 dueling arenas. Trial in particular last week, which has blasted it out, kind of like how Crazy Shaman is blasting out Forbeard. But he's got himself a little bit of Reflect. Maybe he can counter something. Big Ascendance activated. Lava Burst flying in. Earthshock, Frost Shock to follow. Just keeping the guy out in the open, pelting him away with all the elements right now. And that's going to be his Spore Cloak. Big Bastion of Defense. He doesn't have a lot of emergency answers. He's going to have to be a bit more proactive here. Has access still to his big heal with Enrage Regen. But we see in Shaman just, they toss. They're like a barbarian in a D&D, dude. They're just tossing people around. If it's a melee, like a warrior or a paladin, they'll just toss you around like a beanbag, dude, all over the place. They don't really care. You're not going to be able to close that gap with them whatsoever. That's going to be Crazy with pretty big bursts. Does go for the Dark Arm Racial. I'm not really sure offensively or defensively. Stun to follow. Forbeard at no help whatsoever. May need to go for a bit of healing. Going to be a Frost Shock, Knockback, Anvil Strike. I think he was trying to see if he can go for a big go versus Crazy. I don't know if he was really able to get his big cheesy go. Are you still running that that one cheesy trinket, the Doomhammer one, or Charlemagne for Alliance? Earthshock, Frost Shock, I think it just might be over. Forbeard is done with a Lava Burst. Crazy needs to go for big recovery before the next person is out. If it's going to be Kira or Ida or Jayhawk, they had an opportunity for like a second to maybe rush out of Crazy, but he picked up a lot of healing very quickly, and now it's like, oh, he got a full Shaman with every defensive backup unavailable, so he's got himself completely refreshed for this next go. I think Ida might have made a misplay there. That's a turtle gone entirely from Ida. That's going to make it a little bit harder for him to win this one. Crazy. If he plays his cards right, he may be able to do the very littlest damage onto Ida and hold on to a lot of his big defenses for the next competitor. Earthshock, Frost Shock to follow. Yeah, Ida making that little misplay with the turtle. I mean, there's not much you can really do about it. I think that literally secures his fate with a big meteor coming down. Frost Shock, Earthshock does have a disengage, but I think a Lava Burst or Chain Lightning is going to end up taking him out. Crazy Shaman did end up holding on wall He did use up the Guardian Spirit just to give himself a bit of healing, but held on to Wall for whoever is going to be the next competitor to use a Wall really early versus Kira. Just got to make sure that Kira does not get any value whatsoever with those wings. Ice Fury, Frost Shocks, Earth Shocks, keeping him in place. Kira needs to get himself a bit of mobility, trying to burn whatever cooldowns he can to generate as much holy power, but the man is just getting pelted unless you got yourself a lot of resources. You ain't surviving this one easily. Trying to see if you can play off of a bubble, maybe just go in with a big immunity, charge out whatever's left over on your Crusader wings, just maximize whatever you can, but the man is in trouble. Definitely needs to go for a bit of healing. Like the last one, check it out of it. Into a stun. Does have a knockback with a pretty good setup. Tried to go for maybe a blind onto Crazy Shaman, was not able to get himself a proper blind and go. If he can connect with a blind, then maybe Crazy a few next few of his attacks afterwards will end up missing Kira completely. So setting it up like right now, we're good. Blind into a second blind. Crazy Shaman is just gonna kind of wait for it for a little bit, not getting in there immediately. Instant knockback into Kira. Got himself Divine Toll. It's gonna go for the Dark Iron ratio to get himself a little bit more damage, it looks like, but it's gonna be a spell warded by Kira. His last bastion of defense. As long as Crazy plays it super conservatively, he can just get a Kira out in the open, away from any kind of pillars, and then toss him around all over the arena. No more mana left up to Kira. Kind of limited what he can do. Cannot even go counter-offensive, even though Crazy Shaman is kind of lowish on health. But the last one, I think, does secure him the kill, unless he doesn't have enough. Shield of Vengeance last second. Freeze yet again. Does he have the hand of freedom? Does he want to maybe close the gap? He's able to find himself some cover behind the pillar for a second, but he's still not out of the woods just yet. Knockback last second. Hand of freedom keeping him alive. Earthshock, Frost Shock, is it enough though? Does have a Flame Shock on him? Needs a heal right now, unless he's just dead to the dot. And looks like Flame Shock does end up burning him down. Actually, might have been an Ascendant to the end. I'm not even sure. But it's going to be Jayhawk, last man standing over the Team 1 before he can even catch himself a proper invis. Crazy Shaman hits him with that Earthquake. Ninterrupt onto Jayhawk as he's trying to go for a Polymorph. And Jayhawk does have himself all the time in case he's ever in a bad spot, or if he wants to simply reposition. Or maybe got it pursed. Potentially might have gotten purged by Crazy Shaman as he's trying to get himself a little bit more survivability here. Jayhawk taking big pot shots out of Crazy Shaman. Those Earth Shocks into Frost Shocks, Lava Bursts, everything right now hurts. Meteor down by the pet, knocking him way out in the open. Lava Burst sets in. Jayhawk looking for a bit of cover, but the man is just going to chip away at it. He does have the Ice Block to get himself a little bit extra healing if he's ever in a bad spot. Oh my god, the burrow out of Crazy. He was trying to see if he could pressure Jayhawk right there. You can't even stop him with a burrow. He's going to immediately force out that Ice Block because there's nothing Jayhawk can do unless he's got himself a blink and he can time it, and he can believe that he can time it properly. If he can trust himself on that, he has to go for an Ice Block there. Just literally force it out defenses whenever this man wants to. It's literally his arena. It is Shaman's world. 10.1.5 is a patch where mages got buffed, but it's actually the patch of Shamans, and we're just living in that world as Jayhawk realizes that for himself. But maybe he's got himself lots of offensive cooldowns. Maybe if he gets himself a proper timed burst, he can make a play. Trying to go for Ring of Frost, going to be Trinket. Interrupt for Crazy. Does go for an interrupt on a Jayhawk. The man got nothing left all the time, keeping it barely alive. Trying to see if he can reposition, but needs to go for a big go at some point. Blinks out of that last one. Trying to land another poly, but actually I think it just might be over. Just Flame Shock on him. Maybe Shadow Flame? Earth Shock? No, it doesn't even matter. Just blasted him out. Bring the boy down. My goodness, dude. If you're not playing a Shaman right now for PvP, I think you gotta give it a go. If you're not a fan of having melee sit on you, and this won't be like that with every single setup, right? But in the 1-on-1 setting, if you ever get blasted out by melee, a Shaman can just swipe the melee away into the smithereens. You won't even have to worry about that guy whatsoever. Let's get us another going here, boys, yeah? Let me know, Ido as well as Mad Juice. Let me know if group is ready. And Ido, from you, I do need to give me sit rep. Where are you, Ido? I do not know the alphabet. Hey, Ido. Hey, Ido. Can I get the sit rep on the group? Friend? Just to get that idea, like, do you have a 5-man ready, or is it like the fell apart or whatnot? I just need. I think I got it. Okay. Let me know if group is ready. Okay, he's ready. I'm double checking. Check it for you. Checking. So Alex also wants in. Okay. Seeing if there is space. That was crazy. Seawork is NA. Yeah, Seawork is NA. So Seawork and these EU boys will not be able to fight each other unless we end up doing like PTR duels or something. Which those server back completed. Oh no, you're fine, Eddie. You're fine, man. You're totally fine. Literally don't gotta worry about it at all. Don't apologize to me, man. I misclicked out and the thing fell apart. CMIB. All good. All good. I'm gonna reform. Okay, we're reforming the second group. Ida, you're more than welcome to join. You're free to join. You are free to join. Join. Alright, Alex. Alex wants in. Invite. Kadam wants in. I can toss him invite. Obliv? Yeah, I can join whenever it's a spot. I got one. Got a free spot right now. Freeze pot right now. Okay. The other right, please. Yeah, I can do that. Dino Nuggets, you're gonna take that thing in? Let's go. I'm cool with that. Alright, so Blib wants an invite. Spot is open. Got a spot open, friend. I'm stressed and I made a joke of myself. You know what? Honestly, I don't. You know what? Stuff like that happens. Okay, stuff like that happens. And it's all about like, you just gotta pick yourself back up. You know what I mean? You walk in, first game jitters is what I get all the time, my guy. Don't you worry. First game jitters is what I get all the time. First game, you go in, you absolutely just like shit the bed. Let's be honest here. And then you get more comfortable with it. All right, you had your one big loss. Okay, you got warmed up. Next game, you're going to play better. And the game after that, you're going to play better. And the game after that, you're going to play better. People get warmed up little by little. Okay. Queuing in a second. Who do I make lead there? Wait, his name is Zarya? Okay, hold on a second. His name is Zario. I'm gonna call you Zario at some point, and I'm not even gonna mean it. Jayhawk, do I have you added? Jay. Hold on. Hold on. Jay. Hawk, Jay. Hawk. Do I got you added? On reality? You can leave me down? I know I can. Yeah, I can make a lead though. Better next time. Yeah, for sure, my guy. You're more than welcome to join back in. Don't worry about it. I didn't know if it was EU. So, okay, so this is how we do our duels for anybody that is new. So, Fridays we do our duels on the region of EU. And then tomorrow, around the same time, we'll be doing them on the region of NA. You guys are more than welcome to join either one of them. We kind of keep these open for anybody and everybody. Literally anyone and everyone can play the game, dude. Anyone and everyone. I never try to like keep these locked out from certain people. I just like to let everybody play, man. Jay, okay, Jay didn't respond back to me, but Jayhawk, respond back to me at some point when you can, my guy. Otherwise, I'm gonna make Anto lead. All right, make it Anto lead. Okay, make it Anto, making Anto lead. Anto, let me know in real ID if you are dipping. And let me take over the group before you do. I would appreciate it. But if you gotta go, you gotta go. Shabat after this one? Yeah, go for it, my guy. For sure, for sure. Alrighty, cool. We are good to go. Crap. I need to have you enter XD. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, invite spectator match. Spectator match. We got Anto XD, and I think I still have Mad Juice in here, yeah? We'll do Blackrock Hold. I'm not gonna throw you guys into a Dalaran or Blade's Edge arena because it's gonna be pretty heavy for casters. If we just had a caster go for 1v5, so that ain't gonna happen. We have a few general when you can. The general on Discord side. 3 augmentations is just a joke. I can't play DPS and not start properly if I have like general DPS. Wait, so there's like 3. Wait, but the mages and priests and the boomcat are doing really good damage, and the hunters are doing good damage though. That's not that bad. I mean, they're doing 165k DPS, but there is 3 of them. I feel like there should be a little bit higher than that. But either way, I guess the entire group does get some benefits. At this point, I feel like I hope at least one of those evokers is buffing you, man. You know what I mean? I wonder how the evoker buffs work. Like, would they try to find a target that doesn't have a buff? Like to spread the buff all around if you have multiple evokers? Or is it gonna be like, they're just gonna go from like, multiple buffs can just overlap over like infinitely basically? Except now there's a cap, right? I do wonder. Someone died early and no one rested, we chilled. Okay. Yeah, stuff like that happens, honestly. Alright, let's get ourselves another one going. Switch. We got ourselves Jayhawk gonna be first up over for the team 1. On the team, we got ourselves Kadam going back as a hunter. Night Elf? Normally we see Kadam as an orc though. There is Daddy joining back in. Zario? I didn't realize we would have this many mages here. 2 of them are fire, 1 arcane, so I guess there's at least a little bit of variety. Fast Skills is going to be up over on the team 2. Getting blasted out with a touch of the magic. Jayhawk got himself super power with that full power word. Well, what is it? Arcane power? No, arcane surge, but it actually does give arcane power, so I guess that is the same. Gonna be a big turn out. Fast Goes blasting him out into smithereens. He does get himself a little bit of survivability. Prismatic barely keeping him alive. Might be an icebox situation, but Fast Goes got Jayhawk in such a backed up position. The man can't really respond to this one all that easily, as Fast Goes just summoning up even more armies of demons. Gonna be Jayhawk trying to get himself a bit of recovery. Got himself shielding at the very least. Border Call as soon as the breath connects might give you a chance to poly. No, access by the Fed instead, just not letting you do anything. Fast Skills has the control, but Jayhawk does have the outs. He has escapes. He does have quite a bit of survivability here if he plays this correctly. Shifting power is going to give him a bit of that cooldown reduction. Maybe can give you a little bit of more CC setup, survivability. Fast Goes looks like he's recovered all his health easily. Trying to see if he can back up. As soon as he sees Jayhawk rushing in there, he's expecting a breath. He's expecting maybe a big go. He's backing up out completely, sending the pets, and it's actually going to empower all these pets. This is where Jayhawk goes into retreat. Trying to see if he can back away from the obelisk. Freeze and the pet almost connects. Does actually, no, wait, yes, the freeze does connect, does happen. But Jayhawk is not in a great spot. He's actually super behind all the time with the shield available. At this point, he doesn't really have much of a availability here. Gonna be a reflect off of Fast Skills as Jayhawk pushes in. This way, Fast Skills wants to make sure he has a backup as soon as Jayhawk pushes in and just lets the pets do the rest of the work. Let the pets do their thing. They are there to make the big plays happen for the Warlock. Riz Daddy up next as a Tauren. I do love the fact that big old Tauren, dude. It actually is so good. We're gonna be full freeze on the pets. G-Pie, do you have yourself a big combo? Hold on. War Stump, big go maybe? Fire Blaster follow? Trying to see if he can get himself a biggest setup. I don't even know what happened there. Did Meteor miss? I think some part of that combo might have missed. Gonna be big damage on the Fast Goes. Might not be in a great spot actually. Big Combust still available for Riz Daddy. Just needs to get a couple of those Execute Scorches. Big mastery damage on the Fast Skills. Wait, could you decide to mastery? Hold on a second. Is he just dying? He's still just dying. Hold on a second. Maybe that's what Riz Daddy is trying to do. Do a bunch of damage, but let that mastery build up. Part of it is Pyre Blast instant damage. The other part is just going to be the burn damage. And that's going to be the Warlock trying to see if he can back up out of there. Nas is going to be up next. Incap under Riz is going to be an ice block. Had to go for it, man. Had to go for it. Right now for Nas, he just needs to keep himself alive here. Make sure he got himself mobility to counter any CC by Riz. Knockbacks, freezes, anything. As long as he can reconnect with Riz, he'll be just fine. As Riz Daddy trying to see if he can back up out of there. Nas get himself a little bit of healing. That's one thing that Riz doesn't really have. It's just he can't really stand there and just go for a bunch of heals. It's going to be a trinket immediately for Nas. Does get himself to reconnect with Riz into an interim. Trying to go for a Ring of Frost. Big damage. Riz maybe in better trouble. That's going to be cheat dead. Trying to see if he can blink out of it. Does he have shields right now? He needs a shield right now. Otherwise he may be dead. Ultra time last second maybe. Or maybe at support blink back. Big Combustor available. Going to be a Karma. That's fine. He just doesn't have much to work with. That is rough. That is not easy. Kadam is a marksman. Gonna be up next. Marksmanship, huh? With a full true shot aura. Maybe do people even play a sniper shot? I remember that at some point was the meta to go for a sniper shot to break through the enemy's defenses early on, and then just follow up with a bunch of aim shots into a big rapid fire and maybe get a kill shot. And hope he get himself a big go. As long as Kadam get himself a nice angle, he'll be okay. Big opener onto Nas with a rapid fire, doing quite a bit of damage. Just in a couple of globals, Nas is already sitting at a half his health. Try to see if he can chase. Going to be an explosive shot into a scatter shot right after. Into a death shock and maybe big damage. Does he take him out right here? Nas needs some variability right now. Got himself 4 brew, as well as I think a battle mass trinket to maybe give himself a little bit extra help to work with. In cap into Kadam. Try to see if he can reconnect. Got himself at least a little bit of healing coming back up bit by bit. But Kadam hasn't even used a lot of his cooldowns just yet. He's still got the true shot aura in case he ever needs to get that angle. Trying to see if he can maybe trap up. Nas does get him fully set up in a steel trap. As long as he gets himself a decent setup. Stun to follow. Aim shot right after. Explosive shot. Gonna be a ring of peace. Doesn't really get the hunter back whatsoever. Needs a kill shot right now. Can he get it right now? That actually could be maybe big go. Rapid fire doesn't mean the kill shot actually. I forgot that rapid fires actually do a lot of damage now. I am so used to rapid fire being a double tap rapid fire for when it actually did damage, but it looks like even like a plain one does decent damage right now. Grifka up next versus Kedem. Flare down, trap sitting up behind him. Grifka, does he shadow step in? I think Grifka knows if he shadow steps in, he's just gonna see a freezing trap. If he walks forward, does he walk forward? He is not gonna do it. Gonna be Kedem with a set pet sack, trying to see if he can survive this burst. Maybe feign death for just a second. Scatter shot onto Grifka. Could potentially have himself a big go versus the rogue. He just gotta make sure he's alive. Trying to go for a bit of food. Wait, maybe camo. Hold on. He actually got Grifka mucked up right now with a Hunter's Mark, still trapped, waiting there. The pet is in combat, so Kedem will not be able to go for big heal. Does himself the eagle. He can literally see through the wall. Grifka with an evasion though, so Kedem can't really go aggressive. But using the Sentinel Owl might actually be super helpful there. He can literally see an attacker through the wall. Freezing trap is going to be trinket for trinket right now. He's going to try to see if he can shake the rogue off his back. If he can, stun onto Grifka. Does not really have an answer here unless he goes for a vanish. Going to be rapid fire to fall. I feel like Grifka is trapped. What's happening? She death? Did you see? I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. That or he's like, you know what? I feel outplayed. Wait, could he even vanish? No, he could have. Cloak of Shadows vanish. Even if he has a Hunter's Mark, he will be fine. I'm not really sure what happened. I mean, that one goes to Kedem, but I'm not really sure what happened, to be honest. I am confused. Normally you don't see Grifka just like freeze like that. Gonna be Duel up next. Getting blasted by the Death Shark. I'm looking at the damage that thing does. It's just ripping right through him. Mincing this boy right now. Lexi on the entire team, but mostly trying to hit Kedem. Trying to go for big go, but ends up cleaving the entire team. Everybody better back up a little bit. He's not trying to cleave you. He's just a monk. His fists are flying in every direction. Gonna be a bit of the miss for Duel. As Kedem trying to see if he could get himself the hell out of there. As Duel hoping to maybe close that gap. Zowen trapped up, trying to see if he can swing around the corner. Turtle for Kedem really early right now. He got himself at least one more defensive with survival of the fittest and maybe Bear's fortitude. I don't know what kind of pet he's got. Maybe cunning pet. Big burst on a Duel, does have a karma for it. Kedem just needs a bit more survivability. He needs to find a way to peel Duel off of him for a moment. Scatter shot, knockback maybe, freezing trap, something, anything. Just gotta win out of the karma. Maybe he can still make himself a bit of play. Rapid fire to follow. Does himself a big setup potentially. Trying to see if he can maybe get himself surviving here. Survival of the fittest. Aim shot to follow. Does he have enough right now? Oh, as he got himself procs with the maim shots. Duel just kept putting the pressure until he's got his health low enough to extinguish life out of him in a single big touch of death. Gonna be Zaryo up next, versus Duel. As the man is playing the Frost Mage. For some reason I thought you were fire. So we have an Archimage, a Fire Mage, and a Frost Mage in this one. Try to see if he can chip away Duel with his Ice Lances back to back after he's got himself a full, what is it, the Ring of Frozen Orb? Ring of Frost? I'm confusing the two for sure. Flurry, trying to see if he can get some setup with Duel, blink it around, but Duel is just gonna back up out of there, actually hitting Zaryo. Trying not to say Zaryo, with a hamstring to back him out of there, just to give him a slow, force him to use blinks and everything if he wants to chase, but he's trying to make it harder for Zaryo to stay on him as best possible. Actually going to use that knockback just to retreat. He doesn't actually want to fight, he just wants to see if he can force cooldowns out of Zaryo, but he's still looking for a bit of that recovery, trying to stabilize, dodging that Nova. As Zarya goes in for a port, does give Duel still more of a breather, which is still what he's looking for. He's not trying to fight you head on. He's trying to see if he can back up out of this as best as he can. As finally mounted up, finally wants to have himself a big go. Going to be a Tiger's House to get himself closer. As a Ring of Frost, Blizzard is going to be slowing down Duel, and Zarya trying to see if he can force the Monk to walk those Blizzards, to walk through all those frosty abilities, to make it more likely that he could be slowed or even frozen. As he's trying to close that gap, got himself jabs, maybe big kicks. Zarya got himself Ring of Fire, maybe he can get himself a big go, but no, it doesn't even matter. Ice Block right after, last second Ice Block as Duel almost was able to blast him out to smithereens. As long as he doesn't touch the fire, he'll be okay. Zarya can't go anywhere. He needs to find himself an out in this situation. Got himself Lances back-to-back Karma to follow. Wants to go for a big Glacial Spike. Going to be a disruption by Duel. Trying to go for a big Glacial go. He still might be able to do it. If he can just get himself a bit of distance away from Duel, maybe he can make something happen. No, Breath to follow. It's going to be Trinket. Trying to see if he can still have himself a go. Polly. Oh, but it doesn't even matter. I think he just did enough damage or maybe get a dot on the guy to take him out. But Dino Nuggets going to be up next, trying to see if he can blast out Duel right then and there. Has himself a port, but Dino Nuggets got himself full Crusade. Port again. He's actually quick on the draw, reacting very quickly to this Monk's repositionals. And Duel, I think, is just going to go down here, right? I don't know what you could really do in this situation. I think it's over. He got dampen harm, but I don't know if you could really dampen. You just all he can do is reduce the damage you take. by only a certain amount, anywhere between like 20 or was it 30 to 50%? They did buff it recently ish, but that was rough, man. Try to see if we can back up out of there a little bit. Monk self heals a cry. What was Blizzard not nerfing it? Monk self healing, I feel like in a 2v2 3v3 environment isn't the craziest thing ever, but it is one thing that gives them a little bit of that viability in a 1v1 environment. Being able to back away, catch a bit of healing. It's a mix of mobility, staying away from the enemy target, and then healing over time, but also not having to play around mana, which some of the other classes like Paladins, for example, are now limited by that mana. Kind of a newer limitation as a recent build. It's gonna be Duel. Try to see if we can get in there and just take so much damage. Backing up out of the Dino Nuggets, also burning through his mana just to catch himself up a little bit here. But he's also got himself mage food. That is also another thing to note. Duel also has mage food. Oh wait, actually no, he doesn't. Duel does not have mage food in his team, but it's got that See the Mist. It's only using up energy, but at least he can maybe recover a little bit of health little by little. But also every time he uses the Night Fae ability, he can buff his own healing by 8%. I think. Is that a thing? I think that was a thing in Shadowlands that might have stuck around with the ability since then. Stunned by Down Nugget, swinging by the Monk for just a second, but he's not going to stay in there for too long. Actually going to back up out of there entirely as Duel trying to see if he can maybe get a big setup onto Dino. Got himself fools the Wimp, potentially big damage. Does not have Serenity to combine it to this one, but does have the Thunder Fist, so maybe can make some kind of big work. Bubble out for Dino Nuggets, wants to see if he can maybe capitalize some damage, but Duel got plenty of mobility. Did he set up a port ahead of time? I don't think he did. I don't think he did at all. So it's going to be Duel. Full cooldowns available. Big blasters onto Dino. Dino trying to see if he can counter Trinket for Duel. Does he have enough for here? Touch it down. Oh! Does end up taking down the Paladin at the end though. Well done, well done. Duel actually bringing it back for his team. I was really hoping to see Cannon do a little bit more there too. I was hoping maybe we could see some marksman, but Duel, he's really good at the duels, man. I'm not surprised he did as well as he did. Let's get us another going here, boys, yeah? Mad Juice as well as Anto, let me know when your groups are ready, or if you guys need more bodies, let me know and I can get you guys more if needed. But yo, hope you guys are having a good one, by the way. Monk Blink to the other side of the map, dude. They are mobile. They are mobile, that's for sure. I don't disagree with that at all. Ready? All right, Mad Juice, let me know if ready. Let me know if ready, and we'll see if he's good to go. If you still got a 5-man team. Also, if you guys ever want to rotate your team, just get a couple of new fresh bodies, let me know. Just like, hey, I want to get some new bodies. Let me join in. I'll list it. We'll get the boys in and we'll be good to go. All right. So we're good. Let's do Blades. It's that Blades time, man. Not going to join next games? No? That's all right, Ida. All good, all good. Yeah, it's whatever you want to do, my guy. No worries. They're actually buffing Rising Sun Kick too. I think they're nerfing it, aren't they? Rising Sun Kick damage reduced by 9% in PvP combat. So they're reducing it by a little bit. They're buffing Rampage from 30% to 30% from a 50% buff. So it's a 15% buff for Rampage. Rising Sun reduced by 9%. Then Holy Death Knight Festering Wound also reduced by 20%. But it's like recently got a 250% buff, so it's a drop in the bucket. Fester Might is now 50% as effective in PvP, so that strain buff that they get isn't going to be as insane. Obliterate is buffed up by 15% when Kill Machine not active. It was already buffed by 60, so it's a 75% increase. Obliterate, which was already buffed by 15%, is getting increased to 20% buff, so also good. Frost Strike, which was buffed by 45 in PvP, is increased to 67 in PvP. So buffs all around, man. Buffs all around for a lot of classes. Except for Monkus. But then again, the burst kind of nuts, isn't it? Monka P, they're really good. Switch. I might add more PvP changes. Yeah, for sure. No, this is just the start of the weekend, so they might just add a lot more. Zarya gonna be first up over for the Team 1. Not to be confused with Zaryu, unless it is a Zaryu. Zaryo? Is that supposed to be EU version of Zarya? I wouldn't even know, dude. Fast goes with an interrupt as Zarya pushes in, full blizzards, full frozen orb, everything, but it's gonna be an army of demons just absolutely slicing and dicing past the mage. Just himself on all the time, so he might be actually okay. Mordecai sent in, does not have a trinket for this one, gonna be a big old tyrant. This way you definitely want to make some kind of play versus the tyrant. If you can control the tyrant, it could mitigate the amount of damage the thing does to you. you'll be in a great spot. 4 out of fast skills. Try to see if you can back up out of there. He will not be able to live up to the name and score a fast skill onto this guy as he's dropping down entire blizzard just so he can ice down these pets a little bit. Maybe even get him into a slow, knock him back him up out of there. He wants to play for the big glacial spike build. So he can get himself a big glacial, he might be good to go. Frozen orb together with blizzard. Force and fast skills is kind of lower on the platform. This was Zarya just sees himself a good setup onto the guy. That is going to be also a big old demon charging in. That's going to be an interrupt attempt by Zarya, but does end up getting juked out. So it's going to be freebie cancel for fast skills. Does have to go for ice book in order to cool off, but was able to force some defenses out of fast skills either way though. So Zarya is not completely in a bad spot as long as the balloon demon that observer does end up disappearing. Then he'll be free to kind of free cast onto fast skills. The dark factor is going to be gone very, very soon. Needs to get himself a good poly or some kind of a setup. Polymorph, maybe? Potentially? Poly? Does he himself a good one? No, I think it was all the time kind of repositioned him back over there. He needs to get himself a good setup with the fast skills. Try to go for the big glacial spike. He will not be able to go for the blink glacial and everything. Not quite yet, but ice lances are actually doing quite a bit of work either way. Tried to go for an interrupt, doesn't quite connect, but fast skills with a wall does have himself a warlock hellstone. So if everyone gets to get himself a little bit of survivability, he might be okay. But Zarya so far has been able to chip away at the guy little by little either way though. Frozen orb, blizzard around the corner. Gonna be the dark back trying to see if he can mitigate the damage. Ring of fire gonna make it harder for fast skills to stay in that one spot. Does reposition out of it into a more safe location. Trying to go for big tyrant niggas and intro by Zarya. Does get himself a big setup right now. Maybe does get himself the big glacial, breaking through the shield of fast skills, but the dark back held on strong. And Zarya may be in a bit of trouble. Oh my god, all those pets just leapt at you all at once. The tyrant, the doggos, the vile fiend, all of them just kind of collapsed on you all together. Riz Daddy gonna see if he can get himself a bit of a go as a fire mage, dude. The frost cannot shatter the army of the Legion, but maybe you can burn it down. This fell infused army, maybe you can burn it down with some good old magical flame either way. As Fast goes trying to see if he can maybe get himself a setup. Big combustion on Riz immediately, just pyroblasting the guy back to back. He's just playing into that instant cast, trying to see if he can maybe take down the observer, blast the observer, using the ult time to reposition and also get himself a bit of health. Blink out aggressively, and Fast goes not letting him go anywhere. Breath to follow. It's a war step right after. Does he have enough? Pyroblast and Phoenix Flame is still flying through. Fast goes got himself a bit of a breather with a Mortal Coil, trying to go for Shadow Fury. Riz Daddy backs up out of there. Goes in for a bit of shifting power. If he can get himself the combustion back up, he can just stay in there and just keep blasting the guy instant. He's just putting pressure, just getting head into his face, dude, right now. Big blaster. Wait, hold on. Maybe down for the count. Mastery? Is that enough to burn him? Potentially. Trying to get himself survivability. Burying health. One more Fire Blast takes you out. He's trying to find himself an angle. Literally backpedaling out of it. There goes the Warlock Hellstone. He saved it up until this moment. Maybe that together with Darkback, maybe they'll let you live this. Combustion available for Riz very, very soon. Trying to see if he can buff up his pet together with a Vilefield. It's going to be Phoenix Saints. Blast him out of the way though. More Pyroblast to follow. Riz, Vasquez has no health whatsoever. Riz got himself plenty of survivability right now. Just Pyroblasting him back to back. And it's going to be able to back up out of there into safety with the Ring of Frost versus Nas. You can't really approach him easily. That Ring of Peace, maybe he can go for Ring of Peace. I guess a Ring of Frost, trying to go for a knockback on a Nas, doesn't quite connect. Riz still holding on to an Icebox, so he should be okay as long as he doesn't get interrupted on Frost. This is when joining in. I don't know what Riz can do in order to survive here. Might just be an Icebox situation. That is quite a bit of burst out of Nas without Serenity though. So next time he has himself another setup, and if he can catch the mage kind of out in the open without a blink or anything, big Serenity, probably gonna force a trinket here. No. Ring of Fire? Wait, that is gonna force a trinket out of Nas though. Riz, does he have himself a big go? That is full combustion, random combustion. So he still has himself a full combustion in case he ever wants to use it. Nas got himself big diffuse magic, and that's going to be a board for Riz. Actually, an ultra time instead to reposition and get himself back up to a more healthy standing with a full karma by Nas onto Riz as he got himself full combustion active. Not much you can really do besides hide under the bridge. Wait until the karma is gone. Cannot burn himself that just now with that karma just yet. He needs to survive until the next competitor. But his mastery damage outside of combustion, it is doing quite a bit of pressure onto Nas together with a Ring of Fire. That altogether forcing Nas to play super defensive behind the pillar. So if anything, you're forcing the monk to play super carefully, taking the dot damage little by little, as long as you're able to hit him with a couple pyros, couple fire blasts, and as long as you can avoid him, you should potentially just win this duel just in terms of battle of attrition. Nas is running out of cooldowns that he can really use. He's got some little big cooldowns, but he's countering big cooldowns against little damage, and the little damage is not really getting that scaling value inside of the dampen harm. He wants to reduce the damage by up to 50%, but he has to take big hits to reduce it. He's taking very little hits, which is not as efficiently reducing whatsoever. As for Riz, he's actually getting himself a breather. Nas finally is able to disconnect. Riz is perfectly fine taking a breather. He got some cooldowns coming back up. Karma back up for Nas in 20 seconds. So if Riz can make a play before those 20 seconds are up, then I think he could definitely just win this without even breaking a sweat. But it's going to be, what, 10 seconds on that Karma? 8 seconds? 6? 5? It looks like it's going to be Nas fully recovering this. Riz still able to punish him as Nas trying to see if he can cover that distance. Leg sweep. Does Riz have an answer here? Looks like he doesn't play normal blink. Big damage. Breath to follow. Doesn't have a trigger for a while. Then it's going to be a Pyroblast flying in. Combustion is available. Going to be with a big Karma. Does Riz have a way to survive this Karma? He does have himself massive, greater than Viz, but also Cauterize maybe? Try to see if he can get himself a setup. Nova, doesn't get himself all the time maybe? No, he just actually having to back up out of there. He just had to take the damage to the face, try to go for a bit of food. Touch of death. Oh, that is going to be Cauterized though. Does he have a shield? Hold on a second, he might just burn down. Shouldn't power to maybe get a shield back? He does get a shield last second. Oh my god, he's in a rough spot. That touch of death didn't quite kill him. The guy literally is Cauterized in order to live it. Ring of Peace just to boot him out of the way. The no more trinket available for Nas either. Riz, I don't know what else you got, man. Ult time, barely keeping it alive. Nice knockback into Nas, who's trying to roll midair, but he doesn't go anywhere whatsoever. Nas still has that ult time. Might just want to cancel it. Or not. Oh my god, in cap, wait, do you live this? Oh my god. Wait a second. This is actually so close. Who's gonna win this one? Nas trying to see if he can catch back in there. He got himself one little defensive. Maybe Warlock helps him keep him alive. Riz does have a trinket back up. Also, Images build board for Nas. Got himself to a pretty good positional versus the Mage knockback. And that's gonna be every defensive used by Nas. Riz, does he survive this whatsoever? Got himself a shield last second. Can at least go for a poly? No, never mind. Ring of Frost instead. Oh my goodness. Shifting power. Is it going to be enough though? He got Icebug back up. He's got Icebug back up. So worse to worse, he just blocks it. Hold on a second. Does he just blocks it? Maybe. He's got no help whatsoever. He could just keep fighting. If he can somehow just blast that nozzle and block for the next competitor, he might be good. Trying to recover whatever food he can. That might be the play actually. Nas is charging in. He's got that Karma. Hold on, Leg Sweep, that has a trinket for it, blinking away, full combustion, is that going to be not? Oh, before even Karma went out, that was Riz just blasting him out, turned up the heat very, very quickly. Who's up next? It is not Grifka, it is not Crazy, it is not Duel. Whoever it is gives Riz an opportunity to at least catch up a little bit of food. Duel got to be up next. Does he give him an opportunity? Does he even give him a chance? That could be an ice block situation. Duel committing cooldowns, there goes the ice block, he doesn't even worry about it. It's just like he's got his war game face on, dude. He's ready for this. But at least right now, what has he got? He got maybe Images, Breath, Ult of Time. I don't know if that'll be enough though. I don't know if what he's got will not be enough because he just went through a Monk, which has really tested every one of his cooldowns, and Duel is just on a whole nother caliber too. Not that Nas is bad or whatever, but Duel has been enjoying these duels for a while, so there's definitely quite a bit of experience difference, I imagine. Knockback, Duel does go in for a Karma. Wait, maybe Dampening is actually playing into Riz's favor right now. Duel needs to end this duel right now. Riz trying to see if he can back up out of there. He could go for a Greater and Viz to give himself a 60% DR, which is something he definitely should be looking at. And also Duel, if you could deny him any kind of healing with like a Ring of Fire, that would be great. Duel rolling over the edge. No more trinket available. Trying to go for Ninja. Does get it. Worst up last second for Riz. Does he get some survivability? Poly last second. Not playing Master Shepherd, so he's going to end up healing Duel at the end of the day. That is unfortunate. Riz at this point, he maybe can wait out for Combustion. Ultra time available. I don't even know if that's going to be enough though. Maybe you can just press an Insta. I don't know if he has an out for this one. I think it's over. Yeah. I think it's over. Not playing a blink just puts you into those stuns and doesn't let you go anywhere whatsoever. That is rough. As Duel is going to go for a port versus Dino Nuggets. They still do have Jayhawk as a mage, but Riz did end up kind of blasting through the team fairly well. Going to be Duel trying to see if he can ignore Dino completely, but Dino is onto his strengths. He's ready to go. He knows the Monk is going to be repositioning all the time, even backing up out just to make sure the Duel can't really go for an in-cap all that easily. Has to either close the gap or keep running away. Not really giving him much of an opportunity. Just playing that ranged Paladin damage build. Doesn't actually need to be in melee, so Duel trying to see if he can run away. He can't even escape him whatsoever. Just going to try to see if he can go behind the pillar. That's the last bastion of defense. He has nowhere else to go. He decided, you know what, I'm just going to maybe try to huddle into my room. Got himself every defensive available. Maybe he can just rotate those. Hodge to follow no Karma. I think it's just over. With Grifka, I think that's what he was trying to do. Maybe lure Dino. into the starting room to make it much harder for Dino to maybe escape whoever's going to be up next. If it's Grifka, if it's Crazy, they can just immediately get a setup on the guy without letting him go anywhere. Is there maybe a bubble out of Dino? Does he get himself a big go versus Grifka? He can't heal. At 57% dampening, you ain't healing a lot, especially if the rogue running that wound poison. Gonna be a cheap shot. Dino needs to get himself an answer versus Grifka. Immediately stunned. Does force a trinket out of him at the very least. With Jayhawk gonna be up next. You got Grifka without a trinket. You need to catch him. You need to find a way to get past him, and then you'll be good. This is going to be your hardest challenge right now. A rogue with at least one chart advantage. Cloak, blind, everything available. Cheat death available. Looks like no more dances though. So if Jayhawk can get aggressive. Oh, the breath almost connects, but Grifka catches that reset really quickly. Believes in the sap. And does get himself a setup. I like this Riz Daddy guy. He's really good. That's a Bliv right there, dude. A Bliv is insanely good at Mage. He's really good. I think if it was like Blink instead of Shimmer, I think he's trying to play for like a Shimmer setup build with like a one-shot, but against these monks, it is impossible. So that's where you have to play like normal Blink so you can get out of those stuns immediately. I feel like if that was just like one talent change, if it just got lucky and chose that talent over the other, I feel like it just would have been a setup. Grifka Cloak of Shadows for the polymorph. Jayhawk got himself a little bit of defense to take out, but it doesn't even matter. It's just the damage out of the rogue. That heal ain't gonna do nothing. 64% dampening, it ain't doing nothing. Can him with a hunter's mark onto Grifka. No Cloak of Shadows for this one. He knows where the rogue is at. Does he want to maybe cam him? No, actually just gonna volley him down, not let him stay in stealth. It's gonna hit him with the Sentinel Owl that is gonna put Grifka on the map, and Kenem can just attack him even through a line of sight. Freeze the trap waiting for him. Does he have a stun? I think it's over, right? I don't think Grifka wins this one unless Kenem stun maybe? No, evasion. Wait, pet. I don't think the pet can stun. That Chakram is able to sometimes get the damage, and depending which angle it attacks it from. Sometimes it attacks it from the front. It's just dodging all of it. Sometimes it's from the back, and then he does get a hit. I think Grifka just waiting, right? Shadow step onto the pet, stun by Kenem immediately. Rapid fire to follow. Is this enough though? I think it's over for Grifka, right? Big kill shot. Does go for the advantage. Flare down for a second. He can still see the rogue. Hold on. He can still see him. Big kill shot again. She death. Is that what it is? First aid last second? You're kidding me. Sending the pet volley. Explosive shot. How did you explosive shot him there? That seems a little weird. But he does end up killing the rogue with Crazy Shaman. Gonna be the last one left. Try to see if he can trap him down. At least able to get him hit with a full rapid fire while behind the pillar. Whatever damage you can do to Crazy Shaman without even looking at the guy, you'll be golden. So onto Crazy, actually even silence of the Crazy with a death chakram right after, just doing as much damage as he can, and he's not even near the guy. As Crazy is using cooldowns, it's gonna interrupt him with nature. Gonna be lava burst sent in. Aim shots back to back. Crazy might be in a bit of trouble. Drink out of Kenem. Crazy doesn't really have a lot of health to work with. It's gonna be a slow by Kenem, but Crazy does that, kind of knocking him back and jumping onto the bridge, looking for a little bit of recovery. It's 73% dampening. You ain't making a lot, Ken. I'm trying to see if you can find the angle on the guy. Trying to cheese an angle while staying up above. I don't know if he'll be able to do so though. Is there fire elemental? Someone burned you just now. Stun onto Crazy. I think it just might be over. Crazy trying to see if he can survive with Earth Shock. Does get scatter shot? Silence maybe? Oh, I think it's over. Kenem does get you. Wait, maybe no? I was gonna say, there's no way. Kenem was gonna let you escape there. Grifka does end up picking up 2. Kenem picking up 2. Riz Daddy with a 2. Actually, Riz Daddy had to burn that monk for like an entire game, didn't he? That was a lot to deal with, and the warlock before that. So he's playing against 2 classes that actually have quite a bit of healing, huh? All right, let's get another one going. I want to see these mages again. While we got my man Riz Daddy here, I want to see more of the fire mage gameplay because I kind of like watching it. Nice, damp. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it'd be some like that sometimes. Let me know if ready, friend. It'd be like that. Yo, Anto, let me know when ready. Let me know if ready. And we'll get another one going. Yeah, some games are going to be pretty high into damp. Not much you can do. I mean, there was a mage versus a monk and was a long one. And there was a mage before that. Mage versus a warlock, which is also quite a long one as well. So it's going to be one of those drawn out games, but I'm sure if we get ourselves a decent, different arena, it's going to be a little bit different. I remember it's quite underrated. True, I agree with you on that, Atho. By the way, hope you're having a wonderful evening. I feel like I don't see you enough in chat, Atho, and I just want to let you know, I miss you, guy. I love seeing you in chat. You're one of my favorites out there, dude. Honestly, you've been around for a while, and I hope you're having a wonderful evening, man. You know what I mean? I really do mean it. I really mean it. Hope you're doing good, guy. You said you got a vacation soon, yeah? Was it weird too? Because you know, I have a terrible memory. Below tank, kick him. I know, right, dude? These evokers, man. Wait, Jake, hold on. Your picture would have been even funnier if instead of augmentation evoker icons, it was just devastation evoker icons. That picture would have been hilarious. Man, this new evoker meta, huh? Crazy. Oh my god. Hit it on channel, yeah, everything's good, basic. Hope you're having a good one, my guy. Welcome, welcome. Let's kick him, my man. What's up, Patrick? Switch. Enjoying some 5V5 1v1 DUELS. We got the homies tonight, man. Oh, the regular homies tonight. We got Anti-Powered swapping over on the Rogue. Interesting. I like the tabard though, by the way. Which one is that one, chat? The yellow one. I like that. That looks so good with that Mog too. We got us a Jayhawk on that team. Kenem in the back. We got Riz, and it's gonna be Zario, not Zaryu. Zario. Gonna be up versus Fast Kills. Fast Kills on a destruction this time instead of Demonology. Sending out Mortal Coil, repositioning, and absolutely blasting out Zario. Them conflagrations are just blowing the guy to smithereens. Portals are up. Big reflect Zario. Oh my god, I think the man just sends some of those lances back into his own face. It's absolutely getting scorched and pierced by ice itself, together with a big old observer up above. Also, big fan of the red Infernal. Purple Infernals, red Infernals are really cool in my opinion. Green is still really good, but the red and purple, fantastic. Red in particular I like a lot too. Get him getting hit with a succubus CC around the corner. Big Casebolt. Oh, almost go for. What was that? He was queuing up a Casebolt and then he's kind of just like decided not to. That's gonna be the owl, the sentinel owl, giving Kenem that line of sight, pushing in instead. Scatter onto Fast Kills as he does go in for Mortal Coil. Kenem, maybe he can make a play off of this one. Rapid Fire, trying to find himself some cover behind line of sight, but Fast Kills is not gonna let you do that. I'm swapping to wrong person. I'm so sorry. But just the succubus is not gonna let you just sit there behind the pillar easily. Pushing in, trying to get super aggressive. Can pick it up a little bit of his own self heal. Actually, no, he's still got another heal available. I don't even know where from. Big damage on Fast Kill. Oh my god, the aim shots and kill shots. Wait, is Griff up next? Oh, you better be aware. Oh, he hit someone with the Hunter's Mark immediately in a rapid fire. He's not gonna let Griff play. Oh, it is a rogue. I feel like you have to play this cheesy. Immediate shadow step. Yo, Grifka. He's just like, he's throwing his hands up like, why? Why Hunter? Is that going to be evasion potentially? That is a death shock with an explosive. That does quite a lot of damage all on its own. Volley around the corner. It looked like Scatter immediately. As soon as Grifka goes for a shadow step, knocking him back. He's trying to see if he can control the rogue, but I don't know if he'll be able to rapid fire as he's trying to get himself a bit of a reset. Oh, no. Okay, it's Grifka, right? He's gonna turn it around, get himself a big old one-shotter. That's just not how these things work, man. Hold on a second. Give me a second. It's gonna be Cloak for Grifka, looking for a full reset. Flare down, does he get to Hunter's Mark him? He does get to Hunter's Mark him. He always makes sure he gets himself an opener versus Grifka. Freezing trap down, rapid fire to follow, trying to see if he can coax the Rogue over there. Rogue just wants to rush in normally. He's not gonna go for shadow step. Gouge, he knows there's gonna be a trap waiting for him. He'd rather just walk in. Explosive shot, gonna be a stun. Kenem with a stun. Grifka with a shadow step. He's gonna be death shock him on him. Has himself an evasion case and needs to Kenem with a turtle shell immediately. Does get a dodge the secret technique. Scatter onto Grifka right after with a volley to follow Grifka with that evasion. That's exactly what he needs right now. Kenem just needs to wait it out. Kenem needs to find a way to stop Grifka's next go. Next kidney shot is gonna be very deadly. That was a short kidney too. Freezing trap to stop some of his go. Secret technique is all he needs right now. If he can get a secret technique, he'll be good. Get himself some procs. He needs a heal right now. Knockback on Grifka. Does he have anything whatsoever? He needs to find a way to peel away from the rogue. Blind to follow. Into a silence. Wait, maybe. I think it's over. Get him with a feint death for a second. Steel trap on Grifka. Shadow meld for a moment. Rapid fire. Is this enough right now? I think he just got him. Oh, the backstabs. He just front stabbing him to death. That is so rough. Fire blast immediately Grifka. I mean, Kenem, I think, had himself every advantage there in the opener, huh? Vanish onto that cheat death. You are going to get yourself a little bit of a re-heal with that vanish. But Riz does end up putting some mastery damage on you. I don't know if you can blink in. That's going to be... I was going to say, I don't know if you want to trinket that or not. I don't know if you want to trinket that or not. I probably would have. Honestly. I would have been excited to Fire Blast in order to drive Grifka back into combat. Combustion available, full War Stomp. Yeah, just takes him out. Riz Daddy at least get him. Set us up a situation where Kenem had to crawl so that Riz Daddy could walk. He had to set up that rogue so that Riz Daddy could snag that kill right then and there. Is it under the Monk Nozdami? Oh no, a bit of a rematch between the two. I wonder if Riz has adjusted his strategy and is playing Blink instead of Shimmer. Because he's playing Blink, he does play Blink, so you trinket out of that in cap, blinking away from the leg sweep, able to re-blink back to and reposition to where he was previously. Now Zami trying to see if he can push in. Yet another mobility for Riz Daddy, just making sure there's plenty of range away. It's going to be a big karma, trying to go for a polymorph. Does he play the Master Shepherd? I was going to say for a second. Does he play Master Shepherd? The PvP talent? It basically makes it so that when you polymorph somebody, they no longer heal, and you actually get like 25% more versatility or something. It's going to be big blasts onto Nas, maybe 12%. Route to follow. Nas does have himself a pretty big defensive with a dampen harm, but dampen harm is only as good as the hits you're getting hit by. The bigger the hits, the more damage reduction it offers, but it's a smaller hit, the damage reduction is much, much smaller. That is rough, but Nas does look like he got himself a little bit of recovery, but he's probably going to hang back behind the pillar for a bit, get himself some soothings. I feel like for Riz, maybe he just needs to get Nas out in the open, polymorph him, and have himself a big go, but I don't really know if that's the setup he's got going on. I don't even know if he's got himself like a Meteor, probably not. I don't know if he's got himself greater Pyroblast or anything. If he got himself one of those setup abilities to get the other guy super, super low off of a poly, that would be fantastic. Random bit of combustion, looks like for Riz Daddy, got himself ultra time in case he's ever bad, in a bad spot, I mean. Big Pyros, oh, wait a second, maybe actual combustion. Took him down fairly quickly. I think there was a real combustion there. I don't think it was a random proc. I think he meant to do that one. Crazy Shaman with a root onto Riz. Might have him in a bad spot. Gonna be able to blink out of those lassos. But right now for Crazy, I think Shamans generally have an advantage over a mage. Generally. Not always. But generally, as Riz trying to see if he can Pyroblast the guy down, there's going to be Meteor coming down. Crazy does get himself Ascendance randomly activated. Blasts now at Riz, able to take him down fairly quickly. Ice Block might need to come out right now. Riz, oh my goodness, combustion. Oh, Connor Rights and an Ice Block. That's exactly what I think he was trying to avoid as best possible. Ice Fury does connect last second as Riz breaks himself out of that Ice Block a little bit earlier than I honestly expected him to. Got himself the images. Ring of Frost around the corner. It's going to make it harder for Crazy Shaman to really round up Ben. It's going to have to go a long way around. For Riz, he doesn't really have a lot of health to work with right now. He got himself Alter. That's going to be freeze into Crazy. Maybe he could make someone work off of this one. He does have a full freeze, knocked out in the open. That's going to be Pyroblast getting sent in. Oh, Lava Burst rather? Oh my god, the Lava Burst versus Pyroblast. Which one of those two is going to win? As long as Riz is able to get himself some bit of Pyroblast here and there onto Crazy, I think he's going to be in a great spot. Lasso doesn't break it out of this one. It's going to be a Pyroblast long cast. I'm not really sure if he's trying to do it on purpose. There's going to be more Pyroblasts coming out as he got himself full combustion ready. Wars up for just a second. Crazy Shaman getting kind of lower in health. It's going to be a big knockback onto Crazy. Got himself big Lava Burst sent back at Riz. With the Earth Shock, probably on Frost Shock to follow. Riz trying to see if he can get himself a little bit of recovery. It's Crazy looking for, like, he's actually going to make a fully restore his health back up to full here in just a moment. Lava Burst getting primed with that Primordial. But does he have the damage? It might. Riz, does he have anything at all? Nova for a second, trying to get himself some cooldowns back with Shooting Power. Gonna be that burrow to see if he can pressure Riz Daddy. Uses the burrow offensively more than defensively. Quick bat into a poly. Almost landed the poly. I think he ended up hesitating, and that might have been actually what caused him the loss there. That hesitation. That is rough. Can we get a hashtag Aura, by the way, my guy? 30 months. That is a long, long time. Thank you so much, Aura. I appreciate you, my man. I appreciate you. Nova onto Jayhawk as he's trying to get himself an opener, but I think he's immediately invested. So there's only so much you can really do right now with that root coming back up on. Oh no, his whole approach is just getting denied. Crazy doesn't get himself frozen. But this good opportunity for Crazy to actually make a pretty big comeback for the Team 1. Fighting two mages, and if he can go against Anto Power, I mean, he's going to be in a great spot. They also still have Duel over in the Team 2 left. So they might be okay as a team. They still might end up winning this one. Jayhawk got himself blast around the corner onto Crazy. Crazy with a Lava Burst sent in. Touching the Magi setup, but Jayhawk does give himself a big go. It looks like Crazy actually is the one going for counter offensive. He's trying to retreat, but he's making sure to send out Lava Burst to Jayhawk as he makes his retreat back behind the pillar, making sure that the pressure is on the mage at all times. He's not playing full default, just running away, trying to heal. He's walking back, but he's still shooting. He's still firing, keeping Jayhawk a little bit on the back foot, even though it's his time to push in. Big Lava Burst sent in. Earthshock to follow. Jayhawk might be in a bit of trouble. He does have Ice Block, but Crazy recovered all the health. I don't think he was even used a Warlock Hellstone to recover just now. He just recovered all that health, and he got himself the Guardian back up and available. I was gonna say for a second, Duel, he tried to heal him or not? Hope not. Ice Block out of Jayhawk. He got himself the final chance here, I think. Breath, does he go for a poly? Poly? He doesn't have full burst available just yet, but I think he's got to find a way around this. Touch of the magic, trying to get a little bit aggressive. Is that enough though? It's going to be a little bit of healing at the end, but he has no way to recover health whatsoever, so it's over. It's Crazy Shaman looking for a bit of a health pickup. Anto Power is up next as a rogue though. Full sap, as long as he can get himself a big go versus Crazy, he'll be fine. Cheap shot into a knockback by the Shaman. Blind to follow as Andrew just goes in for a full go and then reset off of the wall. So Crazy, if Crazy can somehow find a way versus Anto on his rogue versus Paladin, on a Paladin warrior he could toss him around. On a rogue it might be a little bit more difficult with those shadow steps, just vanishes, and even a cloak of shadows. It just might be difficult overall since rogues are generally tankier for PvP. Does it break it out of combat? Still a thing trick rolling on him, but enough to break out of combat to land himself a quick sap onto Crazy and get himself a bit of a reposition behind the pillar. Root Totem around the corner, gonna get you back in the open. Cloak of Shadows really early with a vanish right after. I think Crazy Shaman is probably counting his blessings. That's about as good as it could be for him. He got a vanish and a cloak out of the rogue. So the rogue is now limited on how many more defenses he can really use versus Crazy. He's got himself Earth Elemental coming back up, everything forcing out that Shadow Step out of Anti Power. Is going to be yet another cheap shot. Fire Elemental join in first up. Gouges, he's looking for the reset as Anto is dotted up. So maybe that's what Anto is going to go for. Run in, get himself the double, triple stance in there, and then walk away off of the gouge and just go for a full entire reset onto Crazy. Crazy pushes in. It's going to be Vanish. Last bit of defense for Anto. He got himself the cheat death, but the fire from the Fire Elemental as well as the Crazy Shaman are going to continue pressuring the guy. He is going to have to set up a kidney shot next, but as long as Crazy Shaman is okay with it, as long as he got a defensive or a knockback onto Anto, looks like he's committed with a Shadow Strike. It's going to be a trinket out of Crazy, trying to see if he can send Anto Power flying back a bit more. Got himself plenty of healing, looking for this healing surge. Still dots on Anto, and if he can catch him with a totem, that's going to be Earthquake on one side, maybe a totem on the other. Frost Shock instead, blind to follow. Anto's got nothing left. He got a cheat death. He's got to make a play right now. Lava Burst sent in randomly onto Anto. It is going to refresh his Flame Shock too into Earthquake. Do you just walk into Earthquake? Root Totem, double Earthquake? I think it's just over triple Earthquake. He's just gonna Earthquake him down. My goodness. Vanish last second. Root, cheat death. Either way, Burrow, does he know where the rogue is at? He's guessing. He just having to guess. Frost? Oh, Cloak of Shadows coming back up last second. Are you kidding me? Those Vanish cooldown reduction talents are insane. They're really good. I'm trying to go for Secret Technique, cheap shot, get a shot, but I think it's just over, right? Unless Anto got something and Lasso wrangle up that rogue. My goodness. He's just sighing like it just does nothing. He's sighing like, that was kind of fun. I wasn't even worried. Shaman, man! Shamans, dude! If you haven't picked up a Shaman, man, do it. Honestly, pick up a Shaman right now. These things are looking really good. And they didn't even get any changes. I think it's just Shaman's always been this good. It's just more people are playing it, picking it up, and like, wait a second, this thing has kind of a bit of potential. At least when it comes to melee. I'm tossing them around all over the place. That's gotta feel good. I don't usually watch things, but a good work. Glad to be here. What's up, fella? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one. So I look at LFG, Mark trying to join me too. You guys are trying to join? Okay, so this is how you join in. If the groups are listed, I'll let you guys know how, but usually we have them in Raids Legacy. I have a pin on the top of the chat. Raids Legacy, you type in number 5, and you're good to go. I'm gonna ask Anto, let me know if ready, and Mad Juice if they're ready, or if they need more bodies, then we'll list the groups and we'll get you guys joining in. Okay? Let me know if good to go. If Mad Juice and Anto are ready, I'm not gonna force them to like list or anything. I'm just gonna queue again, just because we got groups so we're gonna queue. But we'll see, right? Go? Okay, they're both ready. But if the groups are ever open, I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know in the chat, okay? I won't like blindside you. I'll let you know clearly, hey, groups are listed. If you want to join, here's the time. Maybe after this one, yeah? Do you need to get 5 in the group like you fill it with others? If you want to make your own group, right, to join in, you could, yeah. So the way you would do that, like if you want to go start a group right now, Arthur, right? Maybe you're trying to get some of the boys in chat to add a 3rd group so we can rotate 3 groups against one another. You would just start a group in the Raids Legacy section just so people can join that because of the cross faction. You can't do custom PvP because cross faction doesn't work for that. But if you do Raids Legacy or like RBGs, then you can do cross faction. But if you host a 5v5 duel group in RBGs, most people that are doing RBGs are looking for an RBG. They have no idea what a duel is. And if they are joining in, they're probably just gonna run in and 2v something. That happened multiple times. They'll just run in and they have no idea what a duel is. They don't know the rules. But if you're listed in Raid's Legacy and let the chat boys know, yo, I got a group, that's the name. Usually call it something like 5V5 1V1 DUELS. As long as you have number 5 in there, you're fine. Listed, let them know they can join. Once you have a 5-man, I can add you if you're the lead of that group on Real ID, and I can queue you against one of the groups that's available. Okay, that was long, but hopefully that was informative. Sorta. Chat, map name. What are we doing? Blackrock Hold? No, we just did that. Blade's Edge? No. Nagrand, we did that. We gotta do Lordaeron at some point. We gotta do a hook point. We'll do Lordaeron. I've been feeling like Lordaeron. Very informative. I try to be when I can. Toveron, you get out of here. You don't put that bad juju on me, Ricky Bobby. No. There are some maps that are way too big. You know, when you're 1v1 in Call of Duty, you want to do it on a map like Crates. You don't want to do it on like a big ass map. Or I don't know, like Crates or Stocks or something, right? One of the smaller maps. You don't want to do it on like a mad one. Toveron is one of the bigger maps. That, Maldraxxus, as well as the new one with the Crucible, as well as the Kyrian one, which the Kyrian one from Shadowlands isn't big, but it is like 12 in the morning, 1 in the morning for some of you boys. So if we did that, Toveron's Edge Arena. Dude, imagine Blade's Edge but with a Toveron vibe. I'd be totally cool with it. 2 bridges. There's 2 bridges. Both of the bridges go to the center and they go to the sides, and there's like a ladder you gotta crawl. Imagine, dude. Imagine just a platformer. That'd be so infuriating, dude. So many people will be absolutely furious. So Twitch. Anta gonna be first up as assassination this time? Interesting. Gonna be Kirai. Oh, Kira. Wait. Kira. Kim. I just got his name. Oh my. Okay. I'll keep that one a secret. It's gonna be a cloaker shot inside of Antipar really early on. Askira trying to see if he can blast out onto blast out Antipower in general. Oh my god, that name is so good. Chat, name is Kira Cream Pie. Now the question is, who is Kira? I have no idea. Lucky guy or girl, I don't know. Who knows, honestly. Gonna be a evasion out for Anto. Got himself full stun onto Kira. Big death mark. I don't know what I call the death chakra. I confuse this all the time. Big stun onto Anto though. Has a trigger, but the rogue getting blasted out. She death. Oh my goodness, Kira just ignored the full death mark, wadding him down. The blades and everything. Like what? That's assassination rogues for you, man. You're going up against a paladin, you put up full bleeds on him, they're just like Shield of Vengeance. They're chilling, vibing, full crusade, they're good to go. Kadam, try to see if you can maybe be the... Did Kira just end up doing like a spin there? That was actually kind of cool looking. He did like a 360 just now. I don't even know what happened, but it's going to be Kira. Try to see if he can back up out of it. Try not to give up the bubble or the bop. For Kadam, he didn't have to give up either one for the rogue. He's trying to see if he could not give it up for Kadam whatsoever. I see he's getting hit with a slow. What is a slow? Is that him just walking, or is it just like some kind of slow? Walls available as Kira trying to see if he can find himself an angle versus Kadam. Kadam has a freezing trap waiting for the guy. I don't even know how that freezing trap caught you. I feel like you were in front of it, but you didn't really touch it. But either way, I guess it worked out. Sniper shot by Kadam, switching it up a little bit. Scatter shot to follow. Trying to see if he can maybe get himself a big slow into Kiram. Maybe that's going to silence him right after. I think that's what it is. Big damage. Wait, what's a slow? This thing has lasted for quite a while. What kind of a slow does Kadam got? Hold on a second. What is your slow? Is that just a concussive shot? Stun onto Kadam. Is going to go for a trinket. Is finally Kira able to get up close with the Hunter. But does he have Crusade though? I don't think he does. That is going to be a full sentinel. Try to see if he can find himself a better cover behind the other side of the arena. And that's where Kadam wants to make sure he's got himself a proper angle versus Kira. He can't push at Kira to get into that melee range. But he can maybe find himself an angle where he can blast out Kira, and Kira can't even respond. Sniper shot right around the corner, rapid fire right after, forcing Kira to get aggressive, trying to go for Spell Warden, but I don't really know what you could really stop here. Maybe Arcane Shot? Got himself wings, but it's going to be Kill Shot, but just literally Kill Shot away, trying to see if he can take him down. I guess there was Serpent Sting that he can end up mitigating. Griff up next with his Kadam Flare down. He knows he wants to walk in and just gouge him, right? He knows it. Kedem has had to fight this rogue multiple times now. Stun to the pet, stun to Kedem, so you can't even go for a pet sack or anything. Big secret technique. Kedem finally gets himself a pet sack at the last second. It is able to absorb quite a bit of damage from the secret technique. And Griff getting hit with a full death shock and got himself evasion at the ready. This is where Kedem just trying to see if he can back up out of there. Have himself turtle in case he ever needs to. Shadow Step is going to be turtle before the rogue can get himself a proper stun, but the next stun is going to be deadly. No trinket available for Kedem. Might actually be in a bad spot. Stun to Grifka. Grifka knows he just needs to get a kidney shot and it'll be done. He knows it's over. Rapid fire. Does he have the Shadow Step? Wait, maybe the distance. Vanish right after. Kedem with a flare. Does get the rogue out. Does he slow? Maybe a Shadow Step. That's all he needs. Oh, I think it's over, right? Unless. Maybe? No. It is over. It is over. Sorry about that. I just had a cough building up for quite a while. I've been trying to hold it back so badly. I don't know if you guys can hear that in my voice at all. Oh, that was bad. Oh, that was a bad one. That was one of those coughs where your whole chest hurt and then my ears are ringing. I don't know what about it. It didn't feel that bad, but it got worse the more I held it. I don't know what's going on with me, dude. Gouge on to Riz Daddy. Does he have himself a proper blink? He does have a blink. Can you fight versus Grifka? That was my question. Big combust on the bad. Cloak shot is for Grifka. Nothing Riz can really do in this situation. Does end up going for the alter time to reset on them into a trinket off of the blind blast of Grifka. He does pick up a little bit of that mastery burn damage. Vanish does go in with the Shadow Strike immediately. Riz with a knockback. Does Grifka have the mobility? He does have the Shadow Step for this one. Riz still sitting pretty right now though. He does go for a stun to Grifka. I don't really know if they can stop your secret technique or not. I highly doubt it. Big random moments of combustion for Riz. Maybe if you could only gotten on top of Grifka there. Big Fire Blast would have been great. Got him some mobility while movement and casting with a Fire Blast blasting out. Grifka does pick up a little bit of a Mastery Burn, and Riz Daddy should be able to get him out in the open. Just needs a global or two. Grifka with a Smoke Bomb trying to get himself recovery. That's going to be Riz. Almost got himself Cheat Death. Actually, is going to be able to get Cheat Death out of him. Iceberg to follow with Riz. Barely got any health out of the Cheat Death. Was it secret technique that just absolutely split him in two? What was that? That was a lot of damage. Grifka, even though it looked like he was behind versus Riz, he's not gonna go out without a fight. He's gonna he's actually gonna plunge himself in a little cubby hole. Oh, if only Riz knew, man. If only Riz knew. For Grifka, I don't think there's a way that Riz can approach without getting hit with a sap. Riz is looking for this guy. He's looking in the entire arena. He has no idea this man is literally in his little cubby. He's trying to see if he can just blend in. Actually, if he turns around a little, maybe he can get those blades sunk into the wall. He's so close. He knows more or less where the rogue is at. Trying to see if he can hit him with an arcade explosion. But he's just not able to get him out in the open just like that. Second eye not available. So right now, Rogue can just roam around as much as he wants to. Got no vanishes, but has himself a Cloak of Shadows them. Blind available, Cheat Death available. So you just gotta wait until at least you get himself one more Vanish. So you can always go for a Vanish with Cloak of Shadows and just get himself a full reset. At the very least. That, or he can go a Cloak and into a Blind and then catch a Restyle too. There's a lot more opportunity. Gouge immediately onto Riz with a Blind to follow. And it looks like his blind came back up way before the Riz Daddy's trinket came back up. That was a full combustion out of Riz too. So at least you're not going to have to deal with a mage who's got himself the most amount of burn damage off the bat. And Riz trying to see if he can find him, but Grifka is not really trying to get in combat immediately. Does go for the cheap shot off of that with a trinket out of Riz, trying to see if he can reverse back into a previous position. Grifka is shadow stepping back over, actually Vanish Shadow Strike instead, so no longer has himself an out besides the Cloak of Shadows. War Stomp for a second, trying to see if he can blast him. Probably going to be a Cloak right here, right? Riz just needs to find him some survivability for when the rogue goes for a Cloak. He's trying to deny the Cloak last second. There goes the Cloak. Riz got nothing left. Oh my goodness, there's just not much you can do. What do you do in that situation? Riz does, Grifka does make it out of there. Did I call it Cloaka for a second? Grifka Cloaka? He does press Cloak a lot, I guess. But Jayhawk gonna be up next, dude. These mages, I don't really know. Can they stand up to the rogue though? They got a Frost Mage, they got a Fire Mage, and they got an Arcane Mage. If only one of them can stand up to this rogue, then I think maybe there'll be a chance. But that's rough, man. We'll see if Grifka can maybe 1v5, 1v3 this mage. I think it's only mages left, right? So actually, this could be Grifka's opportunity then, huh? I mean, I'm surprised he lived versus Riz Daddy to begin with. Honestly, big damage onto Jayhawk. The man is already in a bit of a trouble. Trying to go for Polymer Foot to Grifka, but that Smoke Bomb not going to let it happen. Threw in an Arcade Orb, but it didn't quite connect with the rogue, so he got himself a full restyle. I think it just might be over, right? He got himself Shadow Blades, everything gouged before he even goes anywhere into an Ice Block. He has himself a stun in case he needs to. He didn't have to waste one at all. At this point, Jayhawk is just gonna go for a reset. He has to, man. He has to. Boo Grifka? Oh no, absolutely. How you doing, my guy? Come on, man. This is a rogue. He's trying his best. Oh no. This is why I said the community hates rogues. It's just like, oh, it's a rogue. He's gonna have the easiest time. Rogue lost? Ah, that guy's a sucker. Rogue wins. Oh my god, rogues are disgustingly good. Carried by the class. I accept at this point, man. Big damage. Jayhawk trying to see if he can blast him. Grifka, wait, maybe he got a damage he needs. Vanish last second. Oh, Grifka, at least shot is coming back up very, very soon. But Jayhawk was able to somehow turn it around onto the rogue, touching the magic, get him super, super low. Might just hit a click shot is either way, though. Does he need to? He is going to use it. Almost was a knockback out of Jayhawk. Big damage available for Grifka, but I don't think he was able to make that hit with a secret technique. With missiles. Oh! Jayhawk does bring it back versus the rogue. Oh my goodness. I honestly thought it was over. I thought Jayhawk was not going to be the winner of that one, honestly. But the rogue does pull it off. Is it going to be fast skill up next? Jayhawk, he doesn't have any recovery. I don't know how you can win this one. He is able to avoid fast skills though, as the Mortal does send him away to behind the pillar. Infernal coming down, full blast of damage on the Jayhawk, got himself full breath poly. But at this point, he's got an immolation that just ticking down on him. Trying to do whatever he could to live, but there's only so much he could do with Zaryo. Gonna be up next as fast goes opening up a gateway straight to hell. Double portals ripping Zarya's health out of his body with a big old observer dropping in. Zarya taking a lot of damage right now as he's trying to get a grow. Oh, what was that? He just double bolted him, and I guess Zarya just wasn't paying attention to his ice block. He just pressured him. That was a lot going on. Oh my god. Grifka got 2. I am surprised that Jayhawk won that one. Honestly, I kind of just wrote it off like, yeah, probably just gonna be rogue versus 3 mages, but no, Jayhawk held his own. Well done. All right, let's get us another going here, boys. Yeah. Ono mas, ono mas. I'm surprised. I am genuinely surprised. I honestly thought it was gonna go for the rogue, but no, I was wrong. Shouldn't count out Jayhawk ever. Let's put the last one for the night. I'll go to sleep. Okay. Anto, let me know if we're ready. Let me know if... Okay, let me know if we good to go. Other team Mad Juice, or at least he's gonna be going to bed. Maybe we could keep playing afterwards, but like, we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep playing while we have groups tonight. Almost every class is good if you set up right for 1v1. For 1v1, sometimes... what's up? Oh, sorry, by the way. How you doing, Breezaz? Are we going to have you back in? Are you joining back in tonight? But in a 1v1 setting, yes, technically every class can get set up pretty well for a 1v1. That being said, in a 5v5 1v1 environment, you're trying to pass the lead to Obliv for a second so you can write me on another character. Okay, hold on. Hey. Doesn't seem he is here to pass it back. Obliv, you were... Okay, cool. I was about to message Obliv, be like, yo, you will pass lead real quick. Ready? Awesome. What arena did we do? I guess hook point, right? I guess hook point. Give me that hook. But yeah, for 1v1, you're setting up your talent loadout not for just one class, but for 5 of them. Or 5 competitors. So, like, for Paladin, like, it's a choice between Blessing of Protection or Blessing of Spell Warden. It's a choice between, I don't know, abilities like Rogue going for a proper Cloak of Shadows or Cloak of Shadows with a dodge aspect. Or picking up another defensive PvP talent or something along those lines. You know what I mean? So it's little choices like that. So sometimes you're going to have a good matchup, sometimes you're going to have a bad matchup, but like you want to get generally a nice generalized build. But also in a 1v1 setting, I don't think classes are that equal. I think it still is a rock, paper, scissors at times, isn't it? They were 5-0. Now remember Tasty and the LA Shaman time it was played it? They were 5-0. We need to master it set up correctly. We actually did have another LA Shaman earlier today. Crazy Shammy play for a 5-0. Easily. He did one against a lot of melee, so he could knock him around like a beanbag. But LA Shaman, I think, is just a whole nother beast. Honestly, I think they're on a whole nother level. If Crazy's still in the group, you might be able to see him tonight. With that, we got double Rogue, fast skill Rivka, right? Or double Monk. We got triple Mage. I do like the triple Mage thing we got going on. We got a group of 3 if you want to join us. Awesome, yeah. So after this, Duel is going to be gone, but fast skill Grifka or Kira might be able to join you guys if they still want to keep playing, because Duel is done. But if Askers and Griff come on in, they could join you guys' group. Okay, yeah, double monk on that team. And we got a lot of ranges on team 1 too. Hunter, marksman, which is crazy. I like to see if I can arcane the guy's a legend. Oh, for sure. One of the best, man. The other crazy shaman. He's pretty good. He's really, really good. So the Magmatas discussion? Did you really? It's decent damage, I guess. It's not amazing, but it is decent-ish, I guess. I guess it's an okay trinket. Nothing super crazy, right? Would that be fair? It's an okay trinket. Or is that good? Because like it's doing less than your bile toss, but which. But I think Demon Hunter may scale off of it differently though. I could be wrong. Jayhawk off the bat versus Duel. Is he gonna hit with a polymorph off of that breath? Arcane Surge immediately for Jayhawk. And cap trinkets out of it really early on. I guess he's got himself a blink ready. Actually dodging the Lexup entirely. Wait a second, maybe Jayhawk got himself the biggest go versus Duel. Does he go for a defensive? He might just have to. That's gonna be his Spore Cloak activated really early. Holding on to Karma, holding on to everything else. Touching the magic, just coalescing, give him more damage. Got himself the 4-breed to help dampen some of the pain, but Jayhawk is also feeling some pain of his own. Got himself Prismatic Barrier to keep himself alive. Missiles to follow. As it's going to be a Ring of Peace booping him back in. Duel got himself lots of damage activated. Trying to go for a bit of a heal. I don't really know if Jayhawk would go for an interrupt or something. Barrage just keep blasting out the guy back to back to back. Got himself shooting power into an interrupt. Actually landing one. Breath to follow. And Duel still has a trinket in case he needs to use it. So this could be his trinket situation right now. But Jayhawk is playing Master Shepherd with that PvP talent. Anytime you polymorph an enemy, they no longer get a reheal when they're polymorphed. Instead, you actually get a versatility buff while somebody is polymorphed. So I guess like a pet class damage will be huge. Big damage off the Duel. Almost getting Jayhawk down, but Jayhawk backing up out of it instead. Jayhawk was also building up quite a bit of damage together with that Touch of the Magi. But there goes a big defensive out of the mage. Does not have any more immunity at all. So for Duel, he's got himself plenty of defenses to work with, except for maybe like 4 Brood by this point. But everything else is back up and available and ready to go. And as long as Jayhawk can maybe find a way to bypass all those, he might be able to blast out Duel. He needs some cooldowns available and full burst. But if you can do that, if you can somehow live or at least range that Karma, for example, he might be in a good spot. Duel with a big leg sweep onto Jayhawk. Got himself Thunder Fist at the ready. Jayhawk trying to see if he can get himself some positional advantage here by going a bit of distance. Duel trying to see if he can close that gap with the Palmer to follow. Going to be able to dodge it as Jayhawk. Does he push in? Does he just hang back? Looks like he's got himself shooting power to get himself even more cooldowns back up. Breath to follow. Still polymorph ready for Duel. Does end up trinketing out of this one to interrupt Jayhawk. For Jayhawk, this could be a perfect opportunity to land a polymorph. As long as he can get himself a bit of range from Duel, perfect opportunity for a polymorph right now. And Duel is going to be able to back up behind the pillar. He's fully recovered, ready to go. Jayhawk is also, looks like he's recovering behind the pillar fairly quickly. But as long as he can get himself a decent setup, Duel I think can maybe turn this around. It could be anyone's game though. Honestly, it could be Jayhawk winning. This one could be Duel winning. As long as he got the missiles that you can spell the guy from a distance, and as long as he can get himself a decent setup, maybe poly off for this one. No, instead Duel's got to close the gap. Ultra time ready for Jayhawk, so he should be fairly safe as long as he makes sure to press the ultra time button. And able to chip away at Duel little by little on his health bar, bit by bit, is able to pour back in. Breath to follow. Polymer for after. Duel is not completely healthy. It's going to be a big Arcane Surge. Maybe it's going to be enough right now. In cap to follow. Duel does have a big touch of magic on him. Trick out of Jayhawk really early on. Blink it away from Polymer. It's going to be big Karma onto Duel. Does he just get to blast out the Karma? Does he just keep going? Looks like he's just going to keep blasting out the Karma either way though. Mad touch of the Magi. I don't think Karma is going to be able to hold up much longer. More missiles flying in as Duel picking up quite a bit of decent kicks there too. Mad damage off of those. Fist of Fury getting Jayhawk super low. Trying to go for a kick. Does not quite connect. It's going to be a port before the poly finishes. And Jayhawk is at no health. It's going to be able to poly right into his face. Oh, touch of death. Poly right in front of him to try to see if he can body block him. And then touch of death. Just stripping the guy, letting him fall apart. My goodness. Duel is kind of a monstrous monk right now. He's going to be able to reposition entirely behind the other side of the pillar. Zario as a Frost Mage is going to have to find a way to blast him out to smithereens. He does play into Frost, so if anything, he could drop down a bunch of instant casts to make it easier for him to just blast out a Duel and deal damage. A Duel has a choice whether he wants to charge in or back away. There goes the full Frosty Elemental, adding a bit of damage to Zario. He's actually going to back up out of it entirely. He wants to go for a bit of reset. Ring of Fire is going to end up harming him from a distance though. A Duel just having to walk through fire as well as the Frost. He can't really find himself a breather whatsoever as Zario pushes in. There goes a big board for Duel. Does Zario have any more procs? He does have the intro. And as he's playing into Glacial Spike though, if he's playing into Glacial Spike, that might make it a little bit more difficult for him to get a proper setup versus Duel, but he definitely needs to find one. He needs to get the Monk somewhere out in the open, freeze him into a big old spike, and maybe make a play. Trying to go for flurries with Lance, is able to get random Frost onto Duel. Nova to follow. Does he get himself maybe a big setup? I think it's going to be in cap. Ring of Peace instead, knocking the mage to him. And it's going to be knocked back by the mage right after. Ring of Fire? No, instead it's going to be all the time. Got himself a blink, but does he himself a big setup? Breath to follow, doesn't quite connect. Ring of Frost doesn't catch him though. He does have Shimmer for this one. Probably going to be poured out of Duel unless he got himself an in-cap. In-cap, maybe. Glacial Spike still in play. Does get himself a big hit either way. Hold on a second, maybe he can make a play off this one. Bad kick, what is that? Oh no, Duel actually got himself a huge kick on Zario. The man almost just fell apart right then and there. Ice Block was used last second though, keeping him alive. My goodness. Zario with yet another knockback. I don't know if this mage got much left in him though. I don't really know. Maybe he does mad kicks out of Duel. Just absolutely kicking these boys' hands off. What is happening? Oh, he's just decapitating them with just his own feet. What is happening? This man is absolutely monstrous. Oh my goodness, Duel. Who's up next? Is it going to be Anto? Looks like no. Anto just kind of... Or maybe it is Anto. Or maybe it is Anto. Hold on a second. Anto does get to start somewhere, but not on this side of the arena. For Duel, at least he's able to react fast enough, so as long as he can bypass Anta, he will be okay. In cap to follow. 5 minutes of the duel. This is where dampening is going to start to feel a lot more painful than before. 6 minutes, going to be a big word for Duel. Try to avoid Anta on the Shield of Vengeance entirely, as he needs to get himself full set of wings, full setup and everything. He's not playing Crusade wings this time though, so he's playing for the normal 1 minute wings. So maybe that'll be good for him. Maybe that'll actually be really good here. Because the minute wings let you break into the enemy's defenses, but you can use them more often, so you can pressure more often. So you don't have to play around like 2 minute wings all or nothing. Here, wings, force a trinket out of Duel. Probably can even force more cooldowns out of him together with a final wreck. But for the most part, you don't even have to commit too much. You committed enough just to force something out of the guy. Trinket won't have it next one. So you can maybe break through the defenses after, but he still got waits for a little bit longer, able to crack through his health. If you can force any more defenses out of him right after, you'll be in a great spot. Zuen joining up, so Anta knows it's going to be a bit of counter pressure versus Duel. So as long as he's ready with a Shield of Vengeance, wall, maybe even potentially a bubble, as long as he can stabilize in this situation, he might be okay. Duel definitely wants to maximize the value on Zuen. He has to ready to go stun. Reversal by Anta. He should know that there's going to be a Leg Sweep out of this monk as soon as he comes out of this one. Leg Sweep. Zuen is gone, but does Duel still commit? No. Wall, he's going to end up avoiding it. Got himself a little bit of that Thunder Fist, but he's waiting for his big cooldowns until later. And by now, Anto's wings, I think, should be coming back up very soon. He needs himself a stun off of those. But if he can get himself a Hodge with wings on the final wreck right now, he'll be in a great spot. Because right now, Duel, unless he maybe pre-karmas, he doesn't have much. He got himself Forward Brew, so it's going to give him a little bit of survivability. There goes a full stun, only Forward Brew keeping him alive. Anta able to crack those defenses, but it's going to be quick kick cap. Blessing of protection right after, just to make sure he can get out of that scot-free. Probably going to be a karma situation for Duel though. Got himself the Spore Cloak trinket, giving him a little bit of shielding as he dips super low in health. There goes the karma, looking to reverse it. Big damage, but Anta with a blind. Duel still got cooldowns for a little bit longer. Does he get to maximize those? If he can just go interrupt onto Anta, he'll be in a great spot. Valexic Serenity not getting as much value as he was hoping. Stun, reversing the Duel. Does Anta have anything here? Does not have the turn ratio to follow up from a stun to a stun. Bubble right after Duel activating a big defensive together with the Battle Master Trinket. So he's giving himself a lot of extra health, and every single one of the chunky hits by Anta is reduced anywhere between 30 to 50% reduction, which is massive right now for Duel. Reducing the big hits by big amounts is huge for him. Big value, but it doesn't even matter as Anta still slams down on him. Either way, Duel was the only one out so far that's gotten to play and has been able to chip away at the team one fairly easily. In cap onto Antum as Nozdami trying to see if he can reverse it back on him. It's going to be a trinket off this one really early off of the war stun, but it's going to be full stun. Wait a second, maybe Antum just answered right here. Nozdami may just have to go for a karma. He's so low in health. Trying to see if he can catch up a little bit of healing. Antum looking for a bit of reheal as well. Might be a karma. Does he need it? Does he need it? Lexi to fall? I think he's fine. My goodness. Riz Daddy, second to last one left over for the team one. We only got a Marksmanship Hunter and Riz Daddy, the Frost Mage. And in fact, actually, the Oh my god, what is this hits? Karma immediately. Riz is trying to see if he can blast on Karma either way though. What is happening right now? Nasdami might just die right here through Karma and everything. That's every defensive being used. Oh my goodness, Riz is blasting him out. Doesn't even think about it. Just throws everything at the guy. Ray of Frost? Oh my god, the commitments there. That was a lot committed versus the Monk. But that's gonna blast him out. Grifka, oh my god. Could you guys send Grifka last or something? Grifka is gonna be up next versus Riz Daddy. The cheap shot. Does he have a blink? He does have a normal blink, but the looks of it gonna be a burst by Grifka. Secret technique most likely? Or just eviscerate War Stomp off of that one with a Ring of Fire. Does Riz ice block it? He might just have to. He has two of them as a Frost Mage. He has two of them, so he might be okay. But that's gonna be rough. That's good. You could save? What do you mean? He's got nothing really left. I guess he got himself what? One defensive. He got himself ice block back up. He's gotta wait out that hypothermia 30-second DR, I think, between two blocks. Trying to see if he can make some play versus the Rogue as he goes for a full ice form instead of the Icy Veins. He goes ice form, which has a much shorter cooldown. The Frosty Elemental doesn't want to chase after Grifka at all, though. Maybe he can get himself a random freeze out in the open? No, he has no idea where the Rogue will be. So he kind of has to guess. But that is his cooldowns down for the count. Got himself images at least for a second there. Grifka on the approach. Does get himself frozen though. Riz Daddy dropping down Blizzard as well as a Ring of Frost. It's going to be a Shadow Step by Grifka. Trying to see if he can knock the Rogue back. Doesn't really get to a second ice block available in case he needs to. It's going to end up ice blocking as the secret technique comes out. My goodness, that is so close. So close. But Grifka looking for a bit of a reset as is going to be a shooting power out of Riz Daddy. He got to trinket back up. Ice form available. Grifka still has a trinket. I don't really know what he can trinket, but he does have himself vanishes available. So for Riz, this might be kind of a rough situation to be in. Does have a blink for this one. Ice form. So he's actually immune to stuns while ice form is active. I don't know if Grifka is aware or not. Trying to see if he can blast out Grifka with lances, flurries, and everything available. Grifka no cloak of shadows right now. Is this enough? Maybe. Grifka probably gonna go for advantage. Gonna be a bit of a reset for Riz. It's gonna be Shadow Strike for Grifka into a frozen orb, as well as even more damage breath right after. Grifka does not have a cloak of shadows advantage to follow. If Riz can somehow randomly get the Rogue out, Blizzard for a second, Ring of Fire. Does it catch him? Does catch him. Hold on a second. Maybe Riz turns around onto the Rogue, trying to throw down a Blizzard. Grifka does get hit by it. He's still burning to the Ring of Fire. Is this enough? Nova to follow it. Keep him out in the open. Lance one. Still burning. Cheat Death. Hold on. Maybe it puts him out in the open. No, Cheat Death does not get him out in the open, but maybe Blizzard? No. If only Riz Daddy knew how close he had Grifka. If only he knew, dude. If only he knew. Trying to literally walk at Grifka with that shifting power. Randomly looking to find him. Oh no, Grifka with the Shadow Blades ready. Riz at this point does have some defenses though. So maybe can turn around. Cloak of Shadows available for Grifka though. That is the big disadvantage. It's going to be probably a blink. Cheap shot again. I don't know if you go for Ice Form. Oh, I don't know if you got anything left. That's going to be Cloak of Shadows right now. Does give himself a little bit of survivability. War Stomp could use War Stomp though. Blizzard on one side, Frozen Orb on the other. Rogue's going to take damage either way. He's just going to take some consistent damage. Ring of Fire as well. Blizzard's a Ring of Fire. He got to choose which one he wants to deal with. Blind into Riz. Has a trinket in case he wants to use it. Does he do it? I don't think he wants to. I don't think he's gonna. Blizzard, does he catch him? Maybe? I don't think it's gonna happen. No, Nova doesn't quite connect. That is so close. Grifka does have a vanish coming back up very soon. Does Riz know where he's at? If only you could send you images at him right there, you know? If only you could send you images right there on the guy. But Normal Cloak doesn't end up going for a trinket really early. Nova's, but it's away from the stun though. Polymorph, maybe? Rogue does have Dance available. Vanish available in case he wants to use it too. There's going to be images still up for Riz. Give him some cooldown reduction. War Stomp 4 into Grifka. Is this enough right now? No more Cheat Death into the Rogue. Let's randomly get him out in the open. Blizzard is enough. It does reconnect. It does hit him. He does walk it back in there. Ring of Frost on the other side. Nova as well. Does he get to end him right now? Oh, Lance is all he needed. Does end up taking him out with a second VCC. As it looks like Fasco's not going to give Riz any opportunity to win this match at all. Just going to send everything to the guy. Oh, no. Oh, no, Riz. You finally had Riz. Get himself a proper chance to play. Fire Breath onto the Mortal Call, though. I don't know if he's got any survivability. You got to wait 30 seconds to sell an Ice Block. I don't know if you live that. I don't know if you can wait 30 seconds for an Ice Block, though. That's the unfortunate part. Got himself a port into an Infernal. Riz trying to see if he can back up out of it as best as possible. I don't know if he can sit down for some food. That is going to be an elemental chasing after you. Burning it down little by little. I don't even know if he got himself a barrier to give himself like a shield or anything. Chaos Bolt right after. Maybe could someone turn it around? Oh, I think it's over. I was hoping maybe the fire damage from Infernal will break the succubus CC. You could turn it around, interrupt Fasco's and maybe get a chance, but that is rough. That is rough. Frostmage though does have quite a bit of value, huh? That ice form I think gives you quite a bit of burst. You're not even playing that ice form for the frostbolt damage. You're just playing it for like the 15% damage increase from your water elemental and the random burst combos you can do with it, huh? Gonna be a Hunter's Mark onto the pet in case it ever goes frozen, or in case it ever goes into stealth. And that's gonna be fast because that's taking quite a bit of damage from Kedem. That's gonna be Sentinel Owl to a Death Chakram. Isn't enough right now though? It's actually doing quite a lot of damage to fast because he could just die right here. Hold on, interrupt into a silence to follow? Maybe? Kill command? Oh, kill shot doesn't have taken him out with Kira gonna be last or left as a paladin. This is what Kedem needs to use everything he can to live this. Wings, full crusade, you gotta live these wings. You gotta do everything you can to leave these wings. This is the hardest hitting wings right now. If you could live those, you'll be in a great spot. Trying to go for a bit of a rapid fire may just be a turtle shell situation. Does go for the turtle shell. And so wait until the wings are down and then just keep blasting over Kira. He does have a Hand of Freedom, so he's gonna keep moving. I don't know if you can slow him down some more or anything. I don't know if you got much. Shut him up for a second. The pen is still attacking you. It is going to get you out in the open. Breathing Chop waiting for you. Worst up. Walks into it. Oh no, for a second. Wait, maybe Kedem can still get out of this one. Does he have any more mobility at all? That's himself. Death Chakram. Maybe he can play off of the Death Chakram. Rapid fire right after. Kira needs to close the gap and stun him or something. Anything. Kill shot to follow. I don't know if he can stop any of the physical damage. I think it's just over. Oh, Kedem doesn't have taken it back though. Oh my goodness. Kedem and Riz holding down the fort on their team to the very last minute. Oh my god. Duel did end up doing quite a good job just blasting out these boys off the bat, but it looks like Riz and Kedem did have to hold the fort, take a couple of them down back to back. 2Y2Y. Always happy to have you, Mad Juice. Always happy to have you, my man. My goodness, that was insanely close, dude. I honestly thought Grifka had it, but at some point they did have the Riz Daddy turn this around on Grifka, right? Hit him with a big opener, and then Grifka out 2 advantages down, no cloak. But it's just like he's still catching resets. He's still catching himself some healing. He's still just living. And it's just incredible how tanky rogues are. You know what I mean? It almost feels like when you get an upper hand on a rogue, that's it. It should be over. But no, with a rogue, it's like there's always a chance for him to make it back. Other team need +1. I'm gonna go see if we can put something together. Our group is listed waiting for you guys. Okay, so we got a group still. You guys are listed in Raid's Legacy, right? Wait, where are you guys listed, Arthur? Are you NA, by the way, Arthur? That's also another good question. Wait, you might be listed in Raid's Legacy, right? Is this it? Is it just the one called 5? Hold on. I'm gonna join. If this is the duel group, let me in. That's Spectator. I'll take over. I'll take over. I'll get these boys in here. That's it. Let me join. Let me take over, and I'll do the rest. I'll get these boys in here. I'll get them all in here. No worries. So if you gotta, if any of the dudes from Team Mad Juice want to join, we do have another team with 3 people in there. They're trying to see if we can get a couple more bodies in. It looks like Az and Grifka and Holy Sai, all of them trying to join. You know what? You might not even need me. Nope. You know what? I'm gonna pass the lead. I didn't have you added or something. Actually, I'm gonna let you choose who you want to invite to the group. That's what I'm gonna do. Let me see if I can add you on Reality. Who's the lead of this group before? I guess the question is who? I guess Arthur. I'm gonna guess that's you, right? Okay, Arthur, I added you on Reality. I don't know if you can add me back. If you can add me, then we'll just have you lead of this group. I'll let you choose who you want for the group. Right? Asherola was lead. We're brothers, so it doesn't matter. Okay, well I got Ruthra added. I got him added. It might be Saki the lead. I'm gonna let Arthur choose who he wants to lead, okay? Or Aussie. Asherola. Okay, Arthur. I'm gonna pass you lead. Right? So okay. I'm gonna pass Arthur lead. He can choose who he wants for his team after you choose to delist the group, and we are good to go. I'm gonna do this because we got a couple of boys want to join. I'll let you decide who you want to invite. I'm not gonna make it up to me. I'll make it your choice. Pass your lead. I'll back up. You pick 2. Let me know if you got 5. There it is. I'm just gonna let you pick. You get to pick who you want in your 5-man team. I'm not gonna be the guy picking. There's a lot of dudes that want to join. I'm not gonna be the one picking. You can choose whoever you want. You can choose Grifka, you can choose Holy Saya, you can choose any of them. But just delisted, a sort of now. But why? But the group just delisted? I hope it didn't delist. Did I do something? Did I do something? Because all I did is leave. I passed the lead and leave. Wait, did I mess up something? Okay. They have a group active. Raids Legacy for Sepulchre. They're just number 5. So chat, if you want to join them, they got a group called just number 5. Just number 5. So join back. Sign up. That's the group. I should have renamed you guys to 5V5 1V1 DUELS also, shouldn't I? But it's okay. Join them. So once they got a 5-man, then they gotta unlist and then we can queue. We'll do it like that. Sorry if I messed up the group for you right now, Ruthra, and whoever was in that group. Aussie Roller. Yeah, whoever. Yeah, if I messed it up for you guys, I apologize. But the group's listed right now in Raids Legacy if you guys want to join it. I don't know if you got a 5-man or not. Let me see if you can refresh. Oh, you guys are getting people in. Okay, yeah, I'll let you guys decide who you want. I'm not gonna be the guy making you pick. Name of the group should be like, yeah, it should be 5,001, but we can figure it out next one, yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, it makes it much easier. Because when you type in just number 5, you guys have probably like seen it, but you're like, is that a 5 for like duels or is that like random 5? I don't know, I'm not seeing the 5 in there, or duels or something along those lines. Be sure the group is delisted. I don't know who to pick. I'll let them pick everybody they wanted. I didn't want to like prioritize. It looks like they picked up Grifka and whoever else. I wanted to let them pick. Also make sure you are lead and we can queue. If they put you up as lead, Ruthra, then we'll be good to go. Is it listed? Awesome. They're just gonna make you lead because Anto is lead on his team. If Ruthra is lead on your team, then I have both leads on Real ID, and that's what lets me do the queues for 5V5 1V1 DUELS. What arena do we do, chat? What arena do we do? What arena do we do? I like how I'm kind of slurring my words together. What arena do we do? I'm gonna just say hit you with a what arena do we do? Huh? Dal? Is that English or Russian? Either way. Yeah, it does make it easy though. For sure, for sure. I wonder how good Augie of Time Walkers isn't Time Walkers. You mean Time Walking? That's a good question actually. Nagrand? We could do Nagrand. I see. Ready, bro. Okay, cool. Wanna find the macro I used to queue the other team? I do. Okay. It's gonna be Anto XD and Ruthra. 5 Zandalari Arena. Nagrand, one with the boxes, not Dal, please. Not Dalaran Arena. Okay, well then Nagrand. Zandalari Arena is a little big. Zandalari Arena with the for a 3v3 solo queue 2v2, it's perfectly fine. For a 1v1, however, that pillar in the middle is really good for rogues, it's really good for monks, it's really good for ferals or anything that's agi and mobile. Because you can get around the pillar pretty easily and just kite forever and ever and ever. It's kind of difficult and weird to play around. Then you have the stairs. Those are really good for warlocks. Like insanely good for monks and warlocks. So it's just like one of those arenas where, you know how some arenas have an advantage for one class or another? Mugambala is one of those arenas that definitely does have advantage for certain classes. Like easy ones. And there's a lot less, you feel them a lot less in a 3v3 setting or 2v2 setting, right? 3-2s. But in a 5v5 1v1 duels, when it's just you versus the other guy, you feel it. You really feel it. So some classes definitely have a mad advantage, and others like, I guess I'm just gonna waddle. That's all I can do. Waddle. It's not ideal. There are some arenas that are like that, like Tolveron's is way too big. We usually try to avoid way too big of arenas if we can. Switch. Just because it's more fun that way. Anto on that team, we got ourselves Geeling Gazy? Is that what your name is? Healing though, we got a Jayhawk, we got Ken, I'm gonna be first up, and Riz Daddy on the Frosty Mage. I do want to see Riz Daddy on that Ice Form Frost though. I think that could look really, really good. Over on the team 2, we got ourselves Arthune as a Retribution Paladin, Lol Kale as a Red Valley again, Aussie Roller as a Monkus. We got ourselves Droog going back at us, Enhanced Shamanton, as well as Grifka. Gonna be first one up versus Kedem. No wonder we haven't had anybody start butchering each other off the bat, because both of them are installed, both of them are looking for each other. Marksmanship owners generally lose to Rogue tankiness, but we'll see, because Kedem did end up getting himself good setups on Grifka. He just needed like a little bit more uptime on him, and I think it would have been over. But Grifka definitely is walking into this one with quite a bit of an advantage from what we've seen in the duels. Random players down for Kedem. Random traps maybe too. Grifka trying to see if he can hold his spot right now behind the pillar, and just kind of waiting to see who makes the first move. Kedem could come put himself out in the open, honestly, if he really wanted to. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see, yeah? We'll just have to wait and see. Let me get my coffee while I'm at it. How long does it take? Oh, I was gonna say, how long does it take for eyes to pop up? But here they are. Grifka kind of mousing over there, but no, he's just like, I don't know, what. He just kind of scouting both eyes, but he really wants to hold his fort. Kedem is on the other hand, he's kind of out in the open. He's really eyeing that one eye in front of him, keeping the pet there, I think, to make sure that the pet attacks whoever's next to the eye instantly. And maybe he's like looking at the other eye to see if he can Hunter's Mark whoever picks it up immediately, in case the rogue maybe goes in for pick it up and then goes for a vanish. Eventually that camo should fall off from Kedem, right? Oh, I'm wrong on that one. Grifka repositions entirely, gonna be Flare on the other side. At this point, Grifka may know that Kedem is looking to pick up the eye. Could at least send the pet in. Does pick up the eye. Does catch Grifka out in the open. Could go for the Sentinel as well. Gonna be the death shock him, stun immediately. Grifka getting hit by something. I don't even know what just hit him. This is going to be stun to get him into a bit of a secret technique, but he does have himself the Aurora Sacrifice to reduce some of that crit damage from Grifka into an evasion. Maybe Kedem can make some kind of play off of this one. As long as he keeps the rogue mark, he'll be okay. Cloak of Shadows to follow. As long as Grifka does not get remarked, he'll be a-okay. Kedem better make sure that he get himself set up with all the traps in the world. Grifka gonna try to see if he can get him before any traps are set up. Is he going for an opener? Sometimes you walk in and it's a freezing trap. Trinket really early for Kedem. I think trying to maybe make a play off of that sap before Grifka even has a global. But now he has to play super defensive. Fortification of the bear. Got himself a little bit of health to work with. May have to be a little bit more aggressive with a lot of his cooldowns. But Grifka did get a trinket out of the guy. So right now, Grifka just gotta wait. He got himself the perfect opportunity. Someone keeping him in combat though, like some kind of a dot. So as long as Kedem finds it before Grifka finds him, he might be okay. And it's going to be stun on the bed. Cheap shot on Kedem. Does himself a big go. Secret technique potentially. It's going to be a Roar Sacrifice. Helps him a little bit. But no, it's just over. Man, the rogues are down. There's just nothing I feel like a Marksmanship Hunter can do. Unless you can find the rogue and just punish him. And then keep remarking him. That's about all you can do in that situation. Gillen Gazy trying to see, do they pick up the eyes or just hold it back? They might just want to get aggressive, pick up the eyes before Dampity gets super high. Because that's where I think as a Paladin, you do end up losing the match though. Long term, I think that's just what happens. Grifka poking himself out in the open, does get an opener onto Gillen Gaze. He's gonna try to see if he can get himself a big blaster damage onto him. It is gonna be a bit of a wall stun, but it does turn onto Gilling, maybe in a bit of a tight spot actually. Try to see if he can blast out Grifka. Full wings available, is playing the big Crusade wings. Gouge for the rogue, but does get hit with a slow blind. Does the Paladin trinket this one? I don't think he wants to, or rather he wants to, but I don't think he can in this situation. That's going to be a full reset by the rogue with a sap stun right after. Big damage, might just be a bubble as this is going to be secret technique out of the rogue. Grifka looking to make himself a quick escape vanish right after. Have himself, actually no Shadow Meld anymore, used that already. As Gathing, trying to see if he can maybe pick up the eyes, but right now Grifka, I mean, where he is back behind the pillar, he's in a good spot right now. Shadow stepping before he can even get hit with any kind of attacks by Gilling. Gouge right after. He's just gonna go in, Shadow Strike into a gouge and then go for a reset. But a Judgment is gonna end up connecting either way, though. I don't think Grifka is gonna be able to get himself an easy out. Stun has a Trinket in case he needs to. Gilling will not have a full set of Crusade wings for anytime soon. Trinket out of the stun. Maybe Grifka can make a big turnaround off of this one. That is gonna be Cloak of Shadows. Try to blind, but it's actually gonna be immune with a full lay on hands. I think may not be playing Blessing of Protection. I think he may be playing into the Spell Warden, in fact. So that actually might be kind of rough. Gilling got himself Crusade, but that's really about it. Or Consecration, but it's really about it. Face sub as MM. Kedem, it is rough, man. I'm not gonna lie. It is really, really rough. We lost somebody else over in Team 2 or Team 1 just now. We have Riz, we have Jayhawk, but we did lose somebody. What was it? What did we lose? We had Kedem, but he got to play. And then I think we had another... Was it another mage? Was it Zario guy? Might have been Zario guy. Blessing of Protection? No, it looks like Gilling does play actually Rogue Immunity right now. Stun into Grifka, but doesn't have the burst to really combo with it. Vanaged by the Rogue, just gotta wait until Blessing is gone. I was actually expecting for him to go for a Shadow Step or Shadow Strike immediately because it looked like he had himself a big go. At this point, Gilling does have himself full Crusade, I think. Grifka has a Vanish, Sheet, Death, Evasion, Cloak of Shadows, not coming back up anytime soon. But the next Vanish may actually end up getting you the proxy needs. Stun into Gilling does not have an answer for this one. Was available. The technique just rips right through you. Cheap shot right after. Eviscerates to follow. I think it just might be done and done. Shield defend his last second. Gouges. The Rogue is looking for a reset, but Gilling got nothing left. That gouge is a bit of a sprint away behind the pillar. Not much you could really do in that situation. Gilling tried to see maybe he can get himself a little bit of heals, but I think at this point it's just over. Hand of Freedom at the ready. I think this point Grifka is waiting for him to maybe start cast healing, disarm, and that's going to be a stun. Gilling finally gets himself a chance to hit the Rogue at least for a little bit longer, but the next kidney shot by the Rogue, and it's just going to be done and done with. Trying to see if he can end it before even technique completed. He was able to get himself a big eviscerate at the end. Riz Daddy did end up fighting versus Grifka last match, and he was able to make something happen there. He was able to beat the Rogue some way, somehow. Honestly, it felt like the ball was in Grifka's court, and I don't even know how Riz Daddy made it out of their life. So he's going to try to see if he can do this again. If he can fight through him, then maybe Team 2 has a chance of actually playing the game. But Riz needs to be very, 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 very careful. He does have a slight advantage over the Rogue. He's playing Ice Form. Ice Form does buff the damage of your Frost Bolts, which isn't something Riz Daddy really focuses on for duels. But he does end up using the Ice Form to immune stuns, which is super, super helpful. And he also uses it to activate the Water Elemental, which can buff up his Frost damage. And it's a much shorter cooldown than Icy Veins. So you can use that to have intermittent burst versus Grifka, kinda ignoring Frostbolts, but using every other ability available. Picking up the eye is gonna hit Grifka with a Frozen Orb on one side, Ring of Fire on the other, Blizzard on the other. Grifka wants to get close up. He can't even stun right now Riz Daddy, so you can just instant cast him back to back. There's nothing that can stop him. Got himself a Cloak of Shadows, but Riz still takes a lot of damage. He's immune to stuns, but he's not immune to damage. Try to see if he can get himself a bit of reset. Needs to find a way to catch Grifka. Does he guess which way Grifka goes? Blizzard? Wait a second. Wait, he actually does guess right. He guesses correctly. I don't know if he knew or not, but he does guess correctly. Maybe he can randomly Blizzard him again? No, I think he has to go for the eyes. That was actually so close. If only Grifka would have maybe got hit by like a Shadow Flame proc or something from Riz, I think he might have been good. But man, that is rough. Although Riz does have Ice Storm coming back up very, very, very soon. Does end up Nova in the Rogue before he can close the gap. There's going to be a blink off of that stun. Grifka does have himself Shadow Blade, so it's going to be a lot of damage by the Rogue. War Stun for a second gives Riz an opportunity to just walk away from the guy for just a second, dropping down the Smoke Bomb, but you can always drop down Ring of Fire in there, and there's not much the Rogue can really do. Frozen Orb as well, Blizzard to follow, slowing the Rogue's approach entirely. Does still have a burn on him, so if Riz can maybe set up a Blizzard at the right angle, he might be okay. Grifka trying to see if he can avoid it. No more fire damage on him, so it looks like the Rogue maybe made a quick escape. Unless you randomly get him. Oh my god, the predictability of Riz. Look at this guy. He's just guessing. He's just guessing where the Rogue might be. But that was a nice Blizzard. Grifka does get himself frozen. But does he have the angle? Riz trying to see if he can find the angle. Flurry to follow. Immune to stuns for a second. I think might just have him. Wait a second. She does. Oh, that Blizzard was so good. My god, that was such good predictability. But Drug is going to be up next. He hits with Shaman. He's not going to let Riz off the hook easily. Hitting him with a poly. Trying to make sure he can cleanse the Shaman off of all of his buffs. He got himself the full Ghost Souls to the ready. Riz might be in a bit of a trouble. Does go for the interrupt as a Ray of Frost comes out. Almost got himself a bit of a channel. He has himself such a strong ability, but he can't use it against the Rogue at all. finally able to use at least a Ray of Frost against Droog for a second. The Blizzards, the Ring of Ring of Fire, the Frozen Orb, which I don't really get to say that much often. We don't really see Frost Mages here ever. But Frozen Orb and Blizzards together are chipping away at Droog. There's going to be Lightning Lasso, able to break out of it fairly quickly, knocking him out in the open. And playing around the pillar, I kind of think Riz does win this. Does have immunity to stuns, lots of procs, big damage opportunity, wall for Droog as well. This is going to be Warstone for a second for Riz. Just throwing whatever instance he can at Droog until he's out of options. Trying to go for Ring of Frost, maybe to stop him in place for just a moment. Ring of Fire right after. Is going to be burrowed down for Droog, trying to see if he can knock up Riz, but he barely takes that much damage. I think actually blinked it last second too. So well done for him. Does himself all the time into an interrupt. Ray of Frost to follow. He can't interrupt it. There's going to be a lot of damage taken. Biggest sentence. Oh, my goodness. As soon as the rogue is gone out of the game, this man is unshackled. He can actually play. Are you kidding me? That's like the biggest. I love me some rogues, right? I'm a rogue main, and I don't want to be dogging on my main class that much. But man, rogues in duels, they are oppressive sometimes. Some of the classes just literally can't play like they normally would be able to, just because there's a rogue there constantly blasting them. That is going to be LOL KO with a full Crusade. Breath does not quite connect, but for Riz, might be in a bit of trouble. That is a full Crusade. That is a lot of damage available. Does himself all the time, so maybe he can reposition. If he can just live the Crusade, he'll be okay. He has himself a second Ice Bucket in case he needs to. LOL KO looking for a little bit of heals. Right now, LOL KO needs to maximize the Crusade damage, because this is going to be the most amount of damage they got in here. Ray of Frost behind the pillar is going to be a bubble, forcing a pretty big defensive out of LOL KO. Riz just needs to stay away from the Paladin as best as possible, but at least the biggest burst of a Pally is gone. At least you don't have to worry about that. Gonna be a little bit of reversal blink with a breath to follow. Does have lances available. Is this enough? Right now, the Riz may be in a bit of trouble. Might get an ice block here, but honestly, if you can just sit down for some food a little bit, that could help him out a ton. LOL KO trying to heal, but at 62% dampening, they actually have to like hard heal themselves with every single global, and that's very, very mana expensive. Riz just sit down and himself a mana bun or two, which is much, much easier. Shield of Vengeance together with a wall. LOL KO, big immunity. Riz might have to go for Ice Block here. Does get himself a bit of reversal. Images available, maybe? Oh god, this could be a lot of damage here. Ice Block, does he do it? Might just have to Ice Block it. There goes the block. Able to recover a lot of health. LOL KO also needs to go for health. Has a lay in hand, so they need it, but I don't really know. No Crusade, no nothing for a while. Might be in a bit of trouble. Riz, I think, has himself an opportunity to come back. Got himself also lots of shifting power. Freeze onto LOL KO. Can maybe go for Blizzards as well as a Ring Frozen Orb. And LOL KO looking to retreat, but I don't think you're going to want to do that. Lay in hands, but you're still taking all that chip and damage. It's not a lot of damage, but you are getting chipped away with the Blizzards. Lances, I think it's over. Oh my god, Riz does it and bringing it back with Arthur. From one pal into the next. No more Ice Buck available. Riz better pull out all the stops. Arthur actually backing up. Same build as the other Pally actually. Also Crusade. But Riz got himself full burst. Probably could be a bubble out of Arthur really early. Might just be a bubble right now. There's a big Ray of Frost. It does a lot of damage. Oh my god, there goes the bubble. And Riz, as long as he can just live this, he might be okay. Though for Arthur, just needs to activate Crusade, land a good go versus Riz, trying to hit him with a final wreck. I don't even know if that connected properly. Does have the turnaround very, very quickly, but lances and chipping away at him. 1 second. Oh my god, wait a moment. Does he get a heal? Trying to see if he can end Riz. Is this enough right now though? Big heal. Riz had no health whatsoever. Wait, maybe Arthur does turn it around. Does Riz take him right then and there? Blizzards. Oh, that hammer at the end almost had him. Well done, Arthur. Pressure was on. He had to make a play, and he did do well. Well done, honestly. Well done. Poly right there for Jayhawk. I think a Jayhawk at this point just trying to see if he can get some procs off of Arthur and maybe take those onto Aussie Roller. As Aussie is going to be up next. Nova immediately is Jayhawk trying to see if he can blast him out. Can he potentially do it? Maybe. Maybe. He's just going to retreat for a second. As long as Jayhawk is extra careful and the Icebox at the right time, he'll be okay. But I think Jayhawk might be lagging a little bit. So that could be holding him back here. It's going to be big kicks. Aussie does get knocked back in cap onto Jayhawk as he does go flying. Got himself full serenity. Zuan joining in. Jayhawk trying to avoid all of them with all the multiple blinks. The mobility on the mage is kind of crazy. Shifting power really early. Did not end up using any offensives or defensives. I think just trying to see if he can keep himself afloat with the mobility. I think he's just looking for the kite spree. Aussie does end up interrupting one arcane. Might be bad spot for Jayhawk. Ooh, does hit him with a touch of death. He went for a breath. Should have been a nice block. Well done, well done. Yo, Riz, dude, with 3. Not only does he beat the rogue, but then he makes some of the biggest comebacks ever. If only he got one more Pally kill, that would have been glorious, but the Paladin did not want to lose either. So well done for the both of them. Well done. Dampening? Yeah, dampening is super high, man. I mean, that's what happens when you have a rogue in the match, right? Rogue and Kedem, long game. It was 5 minutes by the time that was over, and most of it was just them sitting in stealth. That's kind of looking for the guy that's going to be murdering him later, and Grifka just kind of waiting for his cooldowns. And then Grifka versus the mage, also long game. Grifka was not going to come out unless he got some kind of cooldowns. And honestly, the game would have went longer unless Riz did not just randomly get him out in the open with a blizzard, which is so perfect. Very well predictable. Good predictability on them. Fantastic. Ready? I'm down to go again. Hey, other team wants to go again. Would you guys wanna do another round? Ruthra? Because we can do another one. Let me know. It is late for EU, so I do understand if you guys gotta go. Yeah, that was insane. Dal, you ever know, do you know eating mage food doesn't break mass and viz? Oh, Daylight checking in, boss. How you doing, my man? I did not know that. I did not know. That's actually, so you guess you gotta go massive viz and then start eating food and give yourself like a tick or two. That might be the play. How long does massive viz last? Isn't it like 4 or 5 seconds or something? Something short? Okay, let's do another arena. Are we doing Dalaran sewers, chat? Are we doing the sewers? We haven't done sewers, so maybe we do one map of Dalaran sewers. Thank God for mages, the toxic rogue style. Yeah, absolutely. I do hope they maybe reconsider rogues, like just the tankiness of subtlety, because it's only one spec that's super tanky. Is subtlety with that cooldown reduction. I feel that, okay, if maybe they should just they just do a big rogue rework. And when they do a rogue rework, they should probably take out cooldown reduction. Give us the consistently good gameplay. Don't make us play around some cheesy resets and whatnot. All right, just give us the consistency is what I want to see. The consistency is what I would like. And I would honestly remove that cooldown reduction, but give rogue like enough tankiness to be able to make up for it. It doesn't, I don't want to be just a complete wall. I don't want to be literally protection warrior in the arena, right? But like, at least make it uniform between subtlety, assass, and outlaw. You know what I mean? Like, give us that outlaw tankiness, that extra stamina that we can back into. And maybe like a sippy cup with a bit of a DR or something. Just call it a day. This cooldown reduction is weird, man. It's weird. Mages have it, but mages all 3 specs have it, so I guess it's like feels consistent. But having one spec have it while the others don't, I don't know, man. Weird one. Hear me out. Switch. Gonna be Team Antu. Oh god, I just went through time and space. Is ready to go versus. Actually, let's get through all of them. Galen Gazy, we got us a Jayhawk, we got Kenan, we got us a Riz Daddy on the Frosty Mage. How are you wearing literally undies in the arena? We got ourselves Arthur on that team. We got Griffin first up, ready to go. Is it versus Kenan? Is he fighting Kenan? Is it not even fighting Kenan? It's going to be tricking out of Kenan. I guess he's the one fighting. Lol Kale on the team. We got us Aussie Roller and Druid joining back in. Grifka diving back behind the pillar. As is going to be Deathstroke and ripping right through him. I don't even know if Kenan was supposed to be the first one to go versus Grifka. Also, we probably shouldn't even be sending Grifka first. Honestly, we should send Grifka last in the clear duty, just because the dampening is going to go super high. Actually, chat, could we make that decision right now? Grifka and Team Grifka, would you guys be down to just send Grifka last? Just because Rogue is going to be there and this is going to go super high dampener game. Just so we don't have to deal with the high dampening, just let everybody else play and then Rogue last. Because for Rogue, it's actually advantageous anyway. You just be on a cleanup duty at the very, very end. Is that maybe, are we interested in that? Aussie? Arthur? Are we interested? I like how they're all in trees, by the way. Is that something we want to do? Because I'd be down for it. I think that might be a good way of going about it. Honestly. Because then Kenan doesn't have to stress about fighting a rogue instantly. At least he can get a chance to play the game. I'd happily send him last, honestly. Yeah, if you guys, like, as a team decide, okay, Grifka goes last, like, the rogues have been... The chat is getting annoyed by rogues. Like, I'm pretty sure the chat would be fine with rogues getting banned. But it's going to be eyes getting picked up by Kenan. I don't even know. I guess we'll see. Are they going to be sending Grifka last or not? You guys got to decide as a group. Like, if you guys decide, like, yo, Rogue, you go last, that's it. If all of you agree that Rogue goes last, what's Griff gonna do, right? What's he gonna do? He kind of has to roll with it. You know what I mean? Looks like you guys are gonna have him play. It's up to you boys, though. I send you Whisper, bro. To me or to the Rogue? I'm not sure then. Sap onto Kadam, down on the bed, get a shot onto Kadam, big secret technique, at least get himself that spirit, that pet sack last second to reduce some of the damage from the secret technique. Full stun onto Grifka. Rolling for high to see who goes usually. Yeah, usually, yeah. Oh my god, Riz, what are you doing over there? Blinded to Kadam. I think it just might be over to Kadam. Does have a trigger back up, so maybe can make some work off this one. Gouge. Stun on the pet, cheap shot on Kadam. It is very, very hard. Stun to Grifka. Does have a trigger for it. Into a feign death for a second. Into a turtle shell. Just trying to give himself a little bit of survivability. Flare down, but Grifka has himself an evasion. You will have to find a way to CC Grifka with a freezing trap, steel trap, or something. Anything. Freezing trap to wait for him. But maybe Kadam can somehow turn this around. He does have a hunter's marker on Grifka. As long as he has someone else to work with it, that's going to be explosive shot to follow. Maybe can get some damage on Grifka. There is a Cloak of Shadows, does get himself a full reset. Camo down for Kadam, does have a flare. Gouge to follow, has a trinket, so maybe can make some kind of a play. Trinket out into a scatter shot immediately. Grifka just needs to reconnect with a Shadow Step and end it. I think it's just over right. Feign death for a second, knocks the rogue back for a moment. Kadam needs something. It is going to be down with a backstab, man. That extra range on rogues is just... it's so good. And to charge in him, but Grifka goes for a Shadow Meld, I think it was, if not a Vanish. It's crazy. Said you whisper, we're rolling who goes first actually, but we could send him last for sure. Yeah, dude, these rogues, man. The rogues. It's just like no fun for me today. Kadam, the thing is, like, you get him out of stealth too. You get such good range and everything, but it just doesn't matter. Subtlety is just what the way Seaver describes it is impossible to punish subtlety. So he is infuriated as is, and I'm watching you like try, and I'm infuriated too, honestly. This is why I'm like, dude, just make all rogues consistent. Because if it's an assassin or outlaw, you don't have nearly the same issues. Subtlety, oh my god, it's a heaps of issues. As soon as you change the spec, that's all it matters. That's it. It's crazy. Yeah, it's actually insane. And I watched so many of the duels. God, wait, Grifka, does he go down? Hold on a second. There's so many duels that I've seen where just subtlety does not get punished no matter how hard you punish him. Like every single time they make a mistake, you punish him for it, vanish, the reset, everything back up. You vanish, get a cloak back, you vanish, get something back. It's just crazy. It is insane. It's like so difficult to, like when they make a mistake, there's no, like even if you try to capitalize it, they're over 7 out. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. I know there's nothing to do with a sub, it's just mad, it'll play all night. Yeah, honestly, yeah, that's what I was like, you know what, maybe we shouldn't have sent, you know what, let's actually redo this. Team Antu and Team Arthun, let's actually, if this is going to be our last match for the night, I'd say we back out. Let's get the rogues out of here. Let's get all the rogues out of here. We can swap the rogue for somebody else. We can swap them all out. I don't want to let the last match of the night just be just frustrating. Oh, it's a rogue, GG. Like, I don't want to do it. We're gonna reform. We gonna go again. No rogues. No rogues. Just so everybody gets a chance to play, man. We are gonna go again and go again. That. Another match. Abandon the one we are in right now. No rogues. No rogues. I don't care. I'm annoyed. I'm actually getting annoyed. No. Chat, we're gonna do exactly what you guys want to see, because I don't want to see rogues either. I'm done. Grifka, I love you, but scram. Rogues, scram. Literally the only rogue I would not ever sell scram to is literally errorless, because that man is fun to watch because he has zero caution when it comes to duels. Zero caution he wants to get in there. Why no rogues though? Because I'm annoyed at rogues in duels. No, just get him out of here. We get him out of here. Errorless is classy. Dude, Errorless is the fan favorite. When it comes to rogues, people love Errorless. Every other rogue, they're just like, whatever. Errorless, people actually have a good positive opinion on him. Just because he doesn't care, he'll literally go on a vanish, and you'll be like, alright, I vanished, I've been stealth for 2 seconds, I've got 1% health, good enough, I'm shadow striking out of there. He doesn't care, and it keeps things fun and entertaining, and he either goes in and slams it. Right, 1v5 and he hovers at like 2% health the entire match, or he dies and it's fine. Next, go again. It's so entertaining, and it doesn't keep the games at dampening. Like, I love that attitude, just that mindset. It's just like, it's so fun. You know what I mean? Because he knows it's dampening. It is dampening issue too. Yes, that's true. Because rogues, like, there's nothing that forces a rogue to stay out of stealth, right? Or to stay, yeah, to get him out of stealth. They can sit in stealth forever, wait until all the cooldowns are back, and then the games do end up getting longer, and then it's super high dampening, and then it just ends up. I'm a big fan of fast-paced games, like very, very fast-paced games. And some classes generally can slow them down, and that's perfectly fine. Like if you have like an enhanced shaman and red pally having a really close match, and neither one wants to die, or like we had Mikol, the affliction warlock, versus I think it was Effie, the shadow priest, and they were just battling it out for like good 5 minutes. It was just so high octane the entire time. They're both classes that are like not really healers, but like a shadow priest and affliction warlock both have a lot of healing, massive cooldowns. It's always back and forth. It is insane. And it's just like, there's some games that are like that, but it's perfectly fine. My shield was like 5k versus the last that's rough. Yeah. Don't me no like damn games. I got a group listed if you want to show the stream. Alright boys, our group is listed in the so the group is listed as just number 5 in the Raids Legacy. Might need one as well. Okay, I can help. I can help. But if you guys want to join, we got ourselves a group listed in the Raids Legacy as just number 5 with Aussie Roller. You guys are more than welcome to join in. Ruthra, don't invite in our rogues, man. And we got, yo, Corm, there we go. We got Calm. Easy. You got a priest for you boys. Perfect. Beautiful. They're good to go. I'm going to make Anta lead again. Cool, you guys are set. Let's see, what about the other team? And Grifka, again, I love you, buddy, but like, man, I'm so done with rogues for the day. That's all. Airless also honor duels. Also, yes, he does do honor duels, Trim. Yeah, no, he just plays very, very different. What's the problem to make a rule that players cannot avoid a fight more than 30 seconds? So the thing is, Gravlik, these are the kind of rules that I can't enforce. Like, what am I gonna do, right? Let's say a rogue goes into stealth, and 30 seconds timeout. What am I gonna do? Like, hey, Grifka, 30 seconds are up, get out of there. And the rogue stays in stealth. I have no power to enforce it. I can't press a switch, and stealth is disabled in an arena. Although I'd love to do it. Like, if I could, I'd time it, click, no stealth. You don't get it. Nope, stealth is gone. All your stealth time ran out. Sat in there forever? No, gone. Can't vanish, get nothing. I would love that, to have that kind of control, but because it's not a rule I can enforce, I don't make a rule around a thing I can enforce, because it's just not worth it, right? Like, tell somebody to like, oh, Shadow Priest, hey, can you not have like life swap, because in a duel, like, it's supposed to be 1v1, plus Shadow Priest have enough self-healing, you don't really need life swap, it makes things a little bit uneven for a duel scene. That's something we can enforce, just don't run it, or we just don't watch him. That's pretty easy. But like, I make a rule like, tapping my foot, Grifka, your 30 seconds are up. You gotta come out of stealth. Wakey, wakey, time for school. You know what I mean? Like, I can't really enforce you. I can complain at you, but that's about all I can do. And it's just like, I'm not gonna make a rule around that. I'm just not gonna invite rogues to begin with, because it's like, hey, how do we eliminate a problem of having rogues in stealth? Simple. Not have rogues. Not have rogues. Not in stealth. Not in arena. Not anywhere. It's easy. That's what I like. I like these simple rules, simple solutions to things. Keep it simple, stupid. And I'm stupid, so I'd rather keep it simple. Honestly, that's how I view it. Wakey, wakey, time for school, time to come out of stealth. It's like, what am I gonna do? I'm harping at you like a mom trying to get you to get ready for, I don't know, kindergarten. I don't really. It just it doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? Если будет такое правило, я буду его. Я понимаю, Грифка, но это как его? Если это такое, I'm doing English just because it's gonna be easier. He said, if there's a rule like that, I will follow it. I get it. I don't really care for social contracts, though. Honestly, like if someone says like, "Oh, Dal, promise you, I won't do this thing," like, unless I can enforce it, like I don't want to be the kind of guy that's like, you know what? I want to be able to respect someone's word. But like, it still is not a guarantee. So I'd rather do whatever I can so I can get the guarantee. So not having rogues in arena means we won't have long stealthy games. Simple. The solution is simple, guys. Just no rogues. What are you selling with Omas though? Hold on, Ruther keeps getting one and then dipping one. Getting one and dipping one. You guys get Omas and it'll be good to go. Shadow Priest left? Oh no. Invite me again. Okay, weird. Shadowpriest left that team with Anta. Okay, we got some spots open. I keep getting PvE players joining. That's all good. Yeah. Alrighty. Duels group is ready. We got Anta looking for a +1, boys. Anta looking for a +1. If you want to join Team Anta with Riz Daddy, you're more than welcome to join up. And then Ruthless still needs a +1. And we'll be good to go. Do we have some prime survival PvP gameplay is the question? That's what we need, man, is some survival gameplay. Honestly. If 30 seconds a little too late, next time Rogue opens, the whole team jumps on him. Oh, I guess that could be it, but I feel like that would be chaotic. And now chaos would just be really difficult to like track. Because what if, let's say, the team that the Rogue is on, right? Are like, they don't really know the rule or didn't hear about it or don't expect it. And all of a sudden you have a Rogue out there just doing his own thing, whatever. Oh, that looks really cool, by the way. That's the recruiter friend thing, isn't it? That actually looks really cool. I don't think I've ever seen that. That's a recruiter friend thing? That looks insane. Oh, big. It's literally a rocket with legs. Oh, it looks so cool. We got a Holy Sire on the team. So we're good on this side of things. Alright, Anto. I'm going to delist you because we are good. We got you, Holy Sire. He ain't living nowhere. We just need one more over for the team. There we go. 5 war games. If you type in number 5, you'll be able to join in. But they're looking for Aussie Roller. Chat, if you want to join that group, the guy wants spot available, just type in number 5. You know what? I could do this. Invite. I can take over. We'll do it like this. Invite, I can take over. I'll call it 5V5 1v1 DUELS just so it makes it easy for you guys to join in. Okay? No rogues. No rogues. No rogues allowed in my dueling arena. This is what I feel like I sound like whenever I complain about rogues. I'm a rogue main too. Like I should be like, yeah, rogues everywhere. Wow, buff rogues. But it's like, man, I watch so many of these duels. It's just kind of crazy. How many rogues we have? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna delist it real quick. Relist it into here. Duels. And I'll set it as a molten core because that's what I'm used to. All right, cool. We're good. Molten core 5v5. We need one more. And then Anto's ready and everything. You sound like a boss? I don't know about that. I know what I sound like. I listen to myself in recordings and I cringe every single time I hear my voice. But that's pretty normal. Most people are like that. Most people react to their voice like that. But it's part of like the human psyche or whatever. Let's ignore it, okay? Hold on. I'm not ignoring. It's just in Russian. Hold on. So it takes me a second, Gravlik, to read it. So I get to it whenever I get a chance. Like right now I got nothing going on. Just waiting for a +1. I got 1 here. Okay, so because I gotta read it, I gotta translate it in my brain, I gotta translate it for the chat so it all makes sense. I don't ignore. It's much easier for me to read English than Russian. Okay. Wait a minute. Просто сделай лично мне тогда ограничения stealth и дай поиграй. Okay, so I'm also really bad at Russian, so I need to like figure it out exactly what it said because I'm just don't practice it often. Просто сделай лично мне тогда. Okay, he's saying like just make a rule just for me and I'll just follow it just so I can play. То есть лучше банить людей и не давать им играть. You think it's better just to ban people and not let them play? It's not about like, oh, I'm trying to oppress the rogue, not let him play. It's like, hey, that's fine. I hope you get a chance to play. Actually, in fact, you got to play today a lot, Grifka. In fact, a lot of the times we just let you play. Today I'm just tired with rogues. It's just crazy when I'm just watching another class like rogue make a mistake, class tries to punish him, and rogue just escapes scot-free, where every other class doesn't get a chance to it. And I just watch it enough where I'm like, I'm done with rogues. Just done for the day. Again, it's just for today. Like, we'll have next week. You can come back next week. You know what I mean? Like, just for the day, just one game. We've been able to play, I think, every single game so far. You were there last week, week before that. Plenty of play. I'm just like, one game. I'm like, I'm done with rogue. But we'll have next week. You're back. It's not like I'm banning him permanently or anything. And I'm not banning the player. It's like, yo, I just don't like the class. And I'm not even going on to one spec either, just the entire class. Like, you know, it's just, I think it'll be fair for everybody else that's playing because the game is so super sharp high dampening. You know what I mean? Again, The only reason, like, I give, and maybe you feel like unfair because I'm giving like favoritism to errorless, but you've seen errorless play in duels before. He literally will sit, he just won't sit still for like more than 2 seconds. Either it's ADHD, or he just gets bored of it, or he just wants to keep it entertaining for the chat, or just challenge himself. And it's like, I'm not gonna expect that for every rogue to play like that. That's how errorless plays, and people really, really love it, and I really, really love it. He wins some, he loses some, ups and downs or whatever. That's perfectly cool. Not everybody's gonna play that, you know. Who else is messaging me right now? Oh my god. He says make rules from personally 30 seconds south. Okay, take it, Joke. Appreciate him. Appreciate you. My Russian is so bad, dude. Sound like a nice guy who cares good enough. He cares good enough. Not fully, but good enough. He cares good enough. Make roll from personally 30 seconds. Appreciate you, boys. Appreciate you. Need a giant fish, two-handed mace? Yo, dude, two-handed mace, giant fish, swordfish. Can we have a sword, like a floppy swordfish as a mace? Or sword, rather? I guess if you want to mace, couldn't you just do like a big old... At this point, like a shark. No, probably not a shark. What about one of those like... Oh, man. What's that one fish that goes, oh... You guys don't know what I mean. It's like the puffer fish, right? Like a big old puffer fish and you hold it by the tail. Like a big spiky puffer and you just beat him with it. Oh, that'd be great. Imagine rocking up his arms warrior and blazing with a fat fish in your hands. I could see swordfish. I could totally see a swordfish. I think that'd be hilarious. Just play legit class. I guess it's one way to put it. Let me see if I can get a +1 in here. What else added me? Or okay, I gotta get add you 2 at some point. Let me see if I can get like, I don't know, Chrysler's on maybe? Or anybody else? Kedam's just like one more game, dude. No rogues. My chance to shine. Well, let's get an invite, man. We need a +1. Proxy? Proxy has more PvE recently. Sujiro, his runes are loaded already. Tasty, he gives Dona wall on me, so nothing much you could do there. We need a +1, boys. Uno mas, and we'll be good to go. Literally need uno mas. Perfect fish is a shield? How would that work? Yeah, we need like a flat... Oh, man. Yeah, maybe. But how would that work? Is there a flat fish? Like a fish that's like super, super flat? And you can wear that as a shield? I don't know. Also, would that be animal cruelty? I think I would actually feel pretty bad about it too. Gun Goddess, did we get him in here maybe? Troll Warrior? I guess. Hold on, maybe Jester? Let me actually ask. Hey, Jester, we hosting some 5V5 1v1 duels. Would you be interested in joining some? I got one more spot and we good to go. See if Jester responds. I see a Boomkin. I want to see a Boomkin play. A mana ray? Oh, what about a mana ray shield that it has a chance that if you attack, you have a chance to get poisoned? Would that be insensitive? Or, I mean, the guys, what is it? C. Vervin, right? Would that be insensitive? Or has that been long enough? Because I feel like after a long enough time, because it could be a nod to that, right? Like a chance to, yeah, a tongue in Greek. Yep, it's called a tongue in Greek. A flat fish, that could work. In key current things for offer. Okay, friend. So he can't do, but we need Onomas chat. Necro, maybe? Maybe? I'm trying to remember who joins these regularly. There's actually a lot of names that I usually don't see. Does Nelly? Oh, he's on Rod. Normally Nelly would be down, I think. Wait, was that Nelly and a Crazy Shammy? Was that them? Because they usually have Crazy as part of their name at all times. But maybe it's a different Crazy. Oh, that thing. Oh, that is a shield dial? That'll be... What is that thing? Dude, that looks like me in the morning, honestly. That looks like me in the morning. Why do I feel like I'm looking in the mirror right now, Jake? Why'd you have to post it? Oh, no. Hold on. Can I show this chat to the chat? Chat. That's the fish. That is a shield. That's me in the morning, bro. And it's hot outside too. Like I live in one of the hotter parts of US. Or not. Bleed is blistering. I guess I should take that back. There are places that are a lot more blistering. Hey Necro. Hey Necro. We're hosting some 5V5 1v1 DUELS tonight. Would you wanna join the game? I'm gonna ask Necro. I'm gonna ask I guess Nibbe? I don't even know what to say name. Nib? Ib? Idra? I guess Idra. I feel like with his name I feel like you could stumble into a cancel culture situation. Just one of those names. Idra. Maybe he'll be down. Rumaru? Does Rumaru join us usually? Oh, he's a Battlegun. I keep thinking about it. I keep trying to remember. So many names, man. So many names. Some of them like, man, who is this again? I don't remember. Because I've added so many of you guys over the years. I'm actually just dying from that right there. Look at General. Perfect one. The shield. The fish. Yeah. How do I join? Lewis, we got us as a group right now in the LFG Raids Legacy over on the EU today. It's listed in Raids Legacy, type number 5 in the search. You'll see a 5V5 1v1 DUELS group. You can join right now. We need one more for the group and we're good to go. Team Ruthra needs a +1. Answer's ready. We need one more. Lewis, you could save us. Are you a rogue, by the way? Oh, that might be an issue if you're a rogue, but I don't know. But I can see. It is EU, yes. It is EU, yes. It's Raids Legacy. And it's up in the search, literally number 5. Just type in number 5, hit enter. Moonwalker, perfect. That works out for me. This is EU, yes. This is EU. That might be the problem, though. It might be NA, and that's tomorrow. Oh, that thing! Oh, that could totally be a fish. Yeah, that could be a shield fish. That could work pretty well. Logging on? Alright, my guy. Let's go. Hold on, what about this thing, actually? You got a yellowtail? Is that what that is? A yellowtail flounder, dude. That would be a good shield. Those eyeballs are weird, though. How they're both, like, looking up. But I guess the fish doesn't really need to look down. Fish history looks weird now. Massive flat fish. Yeah. Your FBI agent is going to be like, what the hell is he looking at? Yo, what are young generation into these days, dude? What the He's looking up video games for like a good part of the last 5 years, and now we're just looking up flat giant fish. What? Okay, we're good to go though. I guess I make Arthur lead because I haven't mattered, yeah. Okay, cool, we're ready. I don't know, Rook, Black Rook Hold, I guess. Blades Edge. Do we do one last Blades Edge Arena? I think Blades. Blades. Blade. What was there? Obliv? I'm fine with that, Obliv. I'm fine with that. Whatever you want to do, I got a pretty good map for you. This should be a good one. This is like a caster map. It is pretty good for casters though, but perfect for a fish weapon. Actually would be, I don't know, weapon could be good, but we would try to look for a shield, but I guess that would work too. Oh, you know what would be a cool shield? Like a shield with like an, I guess maybe not. Maybe that could be a back piece, like an octopus. I was thinking like a shield that's like part of a boat, and it's just like an octopus wrapped around it, but like still wiggling and stuff. But I guess like also would be kind of weird slamming somebody with an octopus. You know what I mean? Again, like human animal rights, or what is it, aquatic fish rights organization probably wouldn't be happy about it if there are any like that. This Nazoth flathead attached to shield. Oh, that'd be work. I will work too. Yeah, this piece of Nazoth just on top of a shield and just smacking him with it. I'm okay with that, honestly. Alrighty, let's get us as probably the last one for the night, chat. We'll see how it goes, but have some fun. Good luck. Enjoy. So Twitch. We got us a team one together with Anto over in Red Valley. We got Killing Gazy. We got only Sai in the back. That's a lot of paladins on one team. Why your eyes look so good, by the way? Oh my goodness. It's going to be Jayhawk first up. In the back, we got us as Riz Daddy Ken. I'm going to be first up. Trying to see if we can blast through Jayhawk. Rapid fire in the opener. All the time for Jayhawk. On the team, we got us as Aussie Roller. We got TikTok. We got us as Drug. We got us as Arthur. With quite a variety of teams, actually. Cheat Death. Going to be Death Shock him onto Jayhawk. Does end up retreating back with all the time. Ken, I'm looking to push in. Maybe he can go for the Sentinel Owl in order to get himself line of sight. Potentially. He does have a little bit extra range, though. As a marksmanship hunter, he does have a bit more range. over Jayhawk. So you could potentially just push in, set the Sentinel, back up, and blast him. There's nothing Jayhawk can do. He can't really hide behind cover. That Sentinel doesn't really let you. You kind of have to make a play. Try to see if you can barrage around the corner. Might be in a bad spot. Wait, explosive shot could be pretty big. He's going to go for an ice book just to make sure he doesn't blow up immediately. Marksmanship Hunters counters Mage pretty well, apparently, huh? I guess it might be most hunters do. Aim shot, rapid fire. I think Jayhawk is done. I think he's like, you know what? That's not the class for me, man. That's not the class that I can fight. I think he just made a mistake early on, and it's just behind. That is rough. Riz Daddy at least gets a chance to play. Playing up the Fire Mage. I see that Meteor. I see that Meteor. He might just have to come out in a flare to see if he can find Kedem. Without randomly nova him out. Kedem trying to see if he can just back up out of there, waiting for Riz. He knows that the Invis has a set amount of time. And there goes. The opener does get the start. Riz mounting up to make sure he can get himself a better position. Death Shock him is going to be a good opener. Rapid fire right after. Riz is got himself all the time. At least he can maybe reverse some of the health but after he takes a bit of damage. Then it's going to be also an explosive shot on him. Should be able to reverse it. That's a lot of damage, and honestly, Kedem barely even had line inside of Riz. Between the Death Chakram, between the rapid fire, between that explosive and volley, that's a lot of damage, and Kedem didn't even have to shoot. Touch the guy. Riz is having to see if he can push in. Might be in a bad spot. Does charge in, and he's going to be able to go for a bit of a back blink instead. Kedem trying to see if he can get himself a better position. Going to be a little bit of cooldown reduction for Riz. Does go for a trinket really early on. Kedem actually putting in some pressure into this mages. Though I don't know if he can do much about it. Polly onto the pet. Riz definitely going to have to make some kind of a play. Eventually, Kedem is going to have the Sentinel Owl stun to Riz. Does have an answer here. Ice block really early. This is rough. Kedem is actually putting a lot of pressure onto the mages. This is where Riz trying to see if he can close the gap. Got himself the ult time in case things get rough. Breath to follow. Does he have a big setup? Trying to see if he can freeze Kedem. Is that going to be all the time? Cancels it. Pyro, is it going to be a trinket on him to follow? Does he have anything to set up after? Meteor down either way. War Stun, is it going to be enough though? It's going to be Silence. Does drop down the Meteor, but he didn't have combustion together with it. I guess that Silence from the Chimeric Poison did not help him whatsoever. Riz Daddy with a big cheat death, I think might actually be in trouble. Kedem, does he just take him out right then and there? Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. If you got a Sentinel Owl, I don't think Riz even can do much about this. If you got Sentinel, he literally can't escape. Does he flare him down? Trying to see if he can flare. It looks like Riz doesn't and making it out of there. Does get himself in a miss, but the images are kind of giving you away though. The homies are coming back with you. I think at this point he should know that the homies are exactly where Riz is at. Looks like Kedem trying to see if he can disengage. Knows exactly where he's at. Into a rapid fire in the opener. Does he have a death shotgun right after? That rapid fire, man, it's just absolutely drilling right through him. That is so rough to deal with. DC? I'm not sure what happened. Chat, am I the only one who DC'd, or did the entire team DC just now? Wait a second. Are we still going? Wait, no, it looks like maybe Kedem is still going. What happened? I think he did die. Oh no! Oh no! Wait, Kedem! Freeze on to answer. Oh, this is weird. So he died. I have no idea how. But there goes me, huh? I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get my camera to hook properly anymore. Oh no, that's going to be Enter. Trying to see if he can blast out. Kedem is going to try to see if he can hit him with a bit of damage. Full wings at the ready. Does end up taking him out. Kedem so far did end up holding the fort though. So it's going to be 3 paladins left over. Kedem got 2 kills. And Drug is going to be up next. I'm going to try to see if he can maybe do a reload. Maybe that'll help me get my hooks again. Because right now I can't really hook to anybody in the arena. I can see health bars, but that's really about it. Oh, that's gonna look weird, huh? I might just have to find an angle and not move my camera too much, because I can't really get that smooth camera action anymore. As it looks like Drug is just gonna put in the pressure stun by Enter into a Sunder. As it's gonna be blind by Enter, looking for a bit of an escape right now. Drug hit with a blind, trying to see if he can blast that Enter. Can he potentially pick it up right now? Enter, no hope is over. Maybe a bubble available. No, it's gonna be full blaster damage by a Drug. Oh no, dude, this camera angle. No, no, no. That's not what I wanted. I can't even fix it either. That's the thing. I don't really know if I can fix it. I can freeze it in place. That's really about it. Or be free float. That's all I can do. This is going to be healing. Getting hit with a lasso. Trying to see if we can blast out Kedem. Kedem I don't even know what cooldowns he has. I don't really know what he got to work with. Big Ascendant to follow. Blind out of healing. Wait a second. He caught back up. Healing taking a lot of damage. Got himself laying hands. Oh, Druk just blasts him out either way though. Doesn't even matter. This man just hits him easily. Oh my. And this is going to take the pressure into Holy Saya. Doesn't even wait a second. Big defensive for Holy Saya. Reducing magic damage, but Kenem is so much of his damage is physical damage too. So maybe he can go for Big Storm Striker, but I don't think it matters. Burrow down. Holy Saya. Does he get him set up? Trying to see if he can end him right now. Stun to follow. Does Druk have anything whatsoever? Slams him, and Holy Saya needs to get him some recovery. 6 minutes into the duel. Oh no. Unless he live this? It's gonna be Arthur with full burst, Trinket of Holy, does have Shield of Vengeance, Bubble, as well as Regenerative available, so you can maybe use Regeneration. Oh no, 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 it's Holy Side trying to see if you can back up under the Bubble comes out. I think you may have to go defensive here, bud. Definitely have to go heal. You definitely have to go heal. Dampen it pretty high. Yeah, there goes Regenerating. It helps you out a ton. Oh my goodness, dude. Look at his eyes. Is this supposed to be like the blind option for Xander's? Or did they add him like this white glowy option too? I could be wrong on that one. Because another gave him more options a while ago. Trinket out of Arthur, breaking out of the stun. Holy Saya better have an answer for the next go. He might be in a bit of trouble. Lay on hands is all he could really do to keep himself alive. Next stun is going to be deadly. I think it just might be over, right? Wall. Oh, it's done. That is rough. Kenem, though, blasted out that team, and then Paladins got taken out by Drug. My goodness. Well, there's that. Wow. We go again? We could probably go again. Yeah, it kind of bugged out for me. I'll be down to go again if you guys still got teams. Yeah, that was weird. I'm gonna call it tonight. Make a lead, obliv a lead. It's an emojis going cheese build. That's rough. That's rough. Oh man, I don't know what happened. Why did I DC randomly? That was weird. It happened like that last week too. Time to sleep for me. Is that done? Are we done, ski boys? Are we done for the night? Without 100 lessons now. We were originally gonna go for like last game, Lewis. We were looking for a +1 for a last game, but it is late on the EU, right? It is how much? What time is it on the EU? It is like, isn't it? There we go. It's like 2. Okay, so it's not that late, but it is late for some people. One more or 4v4. We need 1. Yeah, so we need 1 for each team. 4v4. Let's go. Just to get a game done. To left from group. Okay, so it's now it's 3. To left, so it's now it's 3. It's divulging. It's melting, boys. I think we might just have to call it. Might decide to call it. I don't know what happened there. I have no clue what happened. I don't even know if that footage is usable either. I mean, eventually it did get rehooked, but I don't even know, like, that's so weird. But man, yeah, being a marksman hunter versus mage, or mage running into a marksman hunter like that after that opener, I mean, Jayhawk just bailed. Our team's undefeated. Fair enough. Fair enough. 2-0. Yeah, 2-0. We're gonna be doing more of these next week though, Arthur. So if you want to bring the squad, and we'll be doing more of these next week. We do them every single Friday over on the EU, and then Saturday over on the Team NA. I think we'll call it for now. Lewis, I'm so sorry. Next week though, my guy, yeah. We're just late, very end of the stream, end of the night, bottom of the tape, whatever you call it, right? Tail of the tape? Have a good night, folks. Thank you so much for coming by, boys. Appreciate you, fella. Hey, fella. Appreciate you. The bros, bro. Appreciate you for coming by, man. We're going to be doing more of these next week. What time tomorrow? So what time is NA? I have an account? Okay, cool. NA is the same time. So we've been streaming for about 3 hours. So take the time right now. Minus 2 hours is when we start tomorrow. I don't know if you're NA region, EU region, but basically take your current time, minus 3 hours. That time tomorrow is when we start. I'll have the stream, Discord, all that other stuff. Well, it's like when the stream goes up and everything. I'll let you boys all know. But yeah, tomorrow we'll be doing over on the NA. I'll make some groups. We'll have hopefully Sensei join in, hopefully Seavark for a couple of games. Although chat last week wanted me just banned from duels last week, which is rough. Hopefully we'll have Chicago, maybe even my man Chill Pills back in there as well as Unholy before the nerf it this Tuesday, which I don't know why the nerf it this Tuesday. I think it's totally reasonable, like the one shot that Unholy Death Knights have been doing, but not like with their festering wounds all bug out, but not like anything else. Tomorrow on the Sham? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I'd be down for that. Totally. See you in Chicago. Let's go, dude. The boys. They're so fun to watch, man. They're so fun to watch. EU boys are really fun to watch too, but NA and EU definitely bring their own flavor. Wouldn't say one is better than the other, but definitely it's nice having both. You know what I mean? Getting some EU games, getting some NA. Boys, thank you so much for coming by. Super fun hanging out with all of you. I'm gonna go take it easy, get myself a pizza order because it's Friday. I want to keep the tradition going. I'll go chill, maybe get some keys done on alts, maybe play some Diablo with Classic getting buffed up soon-ish, sorta. I still need to get my seasonal prog. I know Diablo's kind of like on fire, sorta, but Necromancer been kind of fun. Anyway, you guys have yourselves a good one. I'll catch all of you in the next stream. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty, peace.
People that think they know. But do you ever try path on the right side? Put it up in your mind. But did you ever try path on the left side? Put it up in your mind. It's gonna be hard. You run, drive, roll your mind. You run.
Fire!